It's got to be done right. If you're gonna do it right. Niners! You have to take pride in that kind of savagery. Damn. So Tuesday night SmackDown because we did not do Sunday. The Huddle is one of those sacred days of the week, and we missed it. But it was the 4th of July, and some things have to take precedence, especially this time of year. We won't be doing that a lot in the months and the weeks ahead. Yeah, it's almost time for the season. In fact, the 49ers position group that will surprise the most in 2021. I thought about that for a minute as I ran across several articles. I said, this is the thing, who's going to shock? But the 2021 Niners at this hour are just 21 days away from the final camp tune-ups, and we will find out soon. Personnel-wise, the team is loaded. In fact, there will be some good football players that may not survive the dog-eat-dog test ahead for the right to put on the red and gold. Gives me goosebumps. Come on, hurry up. When a unit looks like San Francisco does, it will be tough to predict which position unit will give them the winning edge. I know assumptions are being made right now. You figure the defense that Nick is back to pilot that unit, it's probably going to be the bread and butter of this unit. But wait, there's some other things we should look at closely. The question tonight, before we go to the phones for your take, is which Niners position group is going to stand out as the biggest bunch of surprises of the 2021 season. And you know what that means, though? Even if Nick and his boys do rampage through every team we play, still, who is the best supporting act? You can work this any kind of way. And it's going to be fun doing that, too. Ramelia, don't even bother. We're not even talking to you. Get out. Shanahan. By the way, Shanahan is trying to add the Joe Show to the 49ers staff. I miss Joe, man. You think about it bring the Joe Show back and change and give him a theme too. Because those weekly episodes were great, man. So let's see. Oh, Manson. We're all stars now in the dope show. Instead of the dope show, it'd be we're all stars now in the Joe Show. Joe loved it. I couldn't write the whole song for him, the rest of it. But anyway, Sharon's trying to bring Joe back, but Joe is still not ready. Staley said today on 95.7 The Game, the morning roast, about the matter, quote, possibly you might be seeing me up there. I don't know yet. I'm still working out some things. I know Kyle's trying to get me up there, work on his staff, but I'm not ready to do the coaching thing yet. I'm really, honestly, just enjoying the time that I have with my family right now. Quote, Joe, come on, Joe. Okay, Joe, we'll give you another year to hang out with the family, and we will selfishly say, Joe, get your butt back up here, man. Come on, Joe. See, we just don't get enough of the 49er greats to hang out, because they're all socially inclined and connected, and they don't really have time for us like they used to, of course, because they're not playing anymore. And after years and years, of course, you probably do get worn out, and you just want to hang out with your family because, you watch your kids grow up with you on the road playing football. So, it's understandable. We'll see. Let's get into this. So, while it isn't the entire position, it may be a good bet to gamble on the right side of the offensive line being a positive, huge surprise in 2021. Now, this includes a center, right guard, and right tackle. These three positions were by far the weakest links for the 49ers last season. I'm talking butt awful, okay? They just sucked. I'll still never get over the guy. What's that guy's name in the middle with the difficult to pronounce name? I've never witnessed a center getting benched because of incompetence. Grasu, was that him? And in Kyle Shanahan's system, a guy like Grasu, who's not that good of a center to begin with, That was a formula for disaster. I mean, granted, he probably's okay, but you can't be okay as a center in this particular on this particular team. You can't do it. The team as a whole will suffer offensively. That's just all there is to it. So, we can blame the quarterback, we can blame this, we can blame the running backs, we can blame everybody out there. But the buck stops right there. We got the right guy now, though. Alex Mack. He's a god when it comes to Shanahan's offense, and he's at the center position. It's going to be a fun year. The center position was a revolving door of players, along with right guard and Mike McGlinchey was so light on his feet that only a slight breeze or 180-pound DB would have put him on his ass. And he did! Mike, get your big butt up! Are you serious? I could have stopped that dude without pads. He knocks you, your feet flying all up in the air. What is wrong? So, but that is going to change in 2021. Ooh, that's going to have to change. It starts with the addition of Alex Mack. As I just mentioned, Niners desperately need stability at the center position. And this is arguably their most underrated position. In Shanahan's offense, so much is orchestrated from the center that the entire offense struggles. I'm starting to feel like Bucky Brooks here, man. I can't get my throat to work here. The entire offense struggles with the wrong man handling that job. Looking back at 2019, when Weston Richburg was ruled out for the season, there was a huge cliff-like drop-off in the performance of the offensive line, big time. Captain Ben Garland did a decent job to steer the ship, but it was clear that the interior became the Achilles heel of the offense, as demonstrated in the closing minutes of Super Bowl 2019, when the Chiefs finally located the weak link of the 49ers' armor. They start going through that they start taking an exit through that right side like a turnstile. With Mack, the Niners hope that injuries will not be an issue and that his intellect will bring a sturdy structure to the blocking assignments. Mack is not the same elite guy that he once was, so he likely will have some slips in blocking, but he can make up for it with his experience in Kyle Shanahan's offense and his brilliance and intelligence. Then there's the addition of Aaron Banks, who should be the starter at right guard. Dude is just a human boulder. I mean, Aaron Banks is a mass. And he can move that mass. We've got two of those. This is why I'm intrigued. What would Aaron Banks, and nothing against Thompson, he's done a great job. But I'd love to see Trent Williams and Banks on the same side. And what would that look like? Can you imagine the defense saying, Coach, I'm going to go to the other side on this one. Constantly. Because there's no point trying to get through those trees that are as wide as an oak. And they can move, both of them. So we can expect him to hit the ground running, but he's surely going to be a sweet force to throw people around with that. Dude's got like a Transformers-like frame to begin with. Lastly, McGlinchey. Mikey. McGlinchey has been the human punching bag of the 49ers, but he could be the main ingredient when talking about the surprise position group. This guy could be the catalyst that we don't see coming, that we don't expect, that we pretty much believe he's going to come out there and do the same. Because we have a tendency to believe that players can't improve from one season to another. A lot of us do that. So McGlinchey, we figure he's going to come in looking like he did last year. Forget about it. There's no way that happens. He's got more pride than that. Mrs. McGlinchey's baby boy, Mike, will bounce back this season, is my prediction. And during the few minutes of the OTAs, it looked as if he has packed on some pounds again, as you can see clearly. And we're looking at Mike now. We no longer need to ask, as that little old lady used to do way back in the day, "Where's the beef? Where's the beef?" Yeah, Mike brought the beef this year. Factor that in. The hope that he has hopefully gotten mentally stable, which may become his biggest fault in 2020. If that is the case, Niner fam, you quite possibly may have yourself a right tackle who could start to hold his own more consistently. If Big Mike does that, that means there's no flaws or weaknesses on that offensive line. None whatsoever. The right side of the offensive line needs to be stable this season, regardless of whom the QB is, period. If that O-line unit can get back on track, then the Niners will be clicking on every last cylinder. And we're talking about, what do we got, 12? That's a turbo, baby. Otherwise, fam, again, it will be difficult for Shannon to fully unload his offense. So with that being said, can I get a hell yeah? Because, I'm telling you right now, man, if that offensive line is on track, everything else falls into place. I got offensive line being the biggest surprise. I got the secondary being the supporting group that nobody actually seen being as efficient. And it's easy to make that choice because the fact of the matter is the defensive line is going to do weird things to every offense we see. So you see, oh, the table is so set. What? Do you see another position group that is going to be the biggest reason why the sixth Lombardi will finally take its rightful place in the most prestigious trophy case in the NFL? Because only 2 losses and 6 championships would be the best in Super Bowl history? Cowboys, don't say nothing. I already checked y'all out. You got 5 and 3. We're at 2. Steelers, shut up. Patriots, how many times do you lose? 6 and 2 would make us the greatest of all time. Niners! I mean, everybody be hollering that stuff after that, man, because that's domination. We should be 6-1 right now. Well, that'll be, that's all right. The refs know what they did. Joe Staley pointed that out in his conversation with the game, too. Never get over the fact that the refs refused to call holding against Nick Bosa. One of the best defenses in the league couldn't get one call against a so-so offensive line. You and I both know that's BS. Chiefs fans, y'all know it too. You got blessed, you got lucky. Didn't happen in the second year, though, did it? Refs called every damn thing. That's redemption, but the wrong team. Anyway, fam, let me get some. Hey, Joshua Gusty says the Niners will surprise people and knock off some old rivals and shut the haters up. Malik Beast, I would love get a cornerbacks of Stephon Gilmore, Xavier Howard. Should we go get one? N'Keal Harry is crying to get out of. Gilmore, I understand the Patriots are not going to trade him, and I understand he's not wanting to get traded. So I don't know who's telling the truth here, the media, the Patriots, or what? Ray Jr., we need to replace D-Fraud. Because he ain't going to be playing all season. D-Fraud. That's a good one. That's a new one. Ray Jr., what's up? We back at it again talking about Aaron Rodgers. We know we're not going to get him. Do you really want Aaron Rodgers, Ray Jr.? Rodgers, his mind, I don't know if it's really all that much in the football now. Well, maybe with a new scenery, maybe. But I see Rodgers just saying, you know what? Take this, NFL. I'm out of here. I see that coming because he's already. I wonder about where his mind is as far as football goes. He may not play this year, and I think he's that bitter and pissed off with Green Bay. He may decide, and a lot of people predict, Rodgers is a gamer, man. He'll be back. I wonder, unless he's just making him sweat to death. I don't know. Easy the third. Hey, do you know if you have to be vaccinated to attend a Niners game? Somebody was talking about that yesterday in the chat. I think so. Ryan Bose, what's up? Hey, Chill Pill Phil will know the answer to that, by the way. What's up? Can't wait for week 1 live in Michigan, but Niner fan my whole life, and I will be there representing. Hey, Ryan, all right, man. You all right. Should be a good day. Antonio McCoy. Hey, missed last night. OPOY. Miss Hurd, baby boy. Oh, don't let Hurd come back here. That offense will be so unbelievably ruthless. And, AA says, hey, you think the Chiefs fall off this year? No. You know, the Chiefs they got enough personnel. If they had a lot of people leaving, but they don't, they got the main people they need to continue. But the offensive line, they lost, what's his name? He was supposed to take the place, so I don't know what they're going to do. Mahomes already showed you he's human, like everybody else. If the offensive line is not going to protect him, he's going down. Maybe not the comical rate that he went down during the Super Bowl, but he's going to need an offensive lineman to protect that one side that they had Kyle Long. And Kyle says, I wanted to play, but my leg. Let me go to the phone. Mr. Buckeye says, man, please, we ain't going to surprise anyone. We're going to dominate and get W's all day. No. Hey, guys, that's a misunderstanding. Nobody said about anything about surprising. Not the whole team. Position groups. We know the defense is going to dominate. We know pretty much the offense is going to dominate. Yes, we do. We know the secondary is going to be fine. Special teams is a question, though. Maybe the special teams can surprise. I'm looking for particular units that are going to rise above what we're expecting. Get my drift? All right. Oh, I'm feeling heavy metalist today, D.
Ronbo, what's going on, brother? A little rock and roll in there, man. I felt some rock and roll coming out of you on that one.
Off season is starting to make me crazy. I'm saying I can hear them raging guitars going through my head in the middle of the night. I need something. You know, you work out and everything to get rid of some of the tension and stress because we expected so much, D. We expected so much this year. We need redemption. Fill up the stadium, get people hollering. Players playing above their head because of the inspiration of getting out of the stands, knowing that they shouldn't have not embarrassed themselves like they did last year. D, give me some, man. Who's going to be the shock and surprise this year to play above just average or just what's normal for the Niners?
Be honest with you, I'm going to go with our linebacking core.
Hey.
They're going to be the ones that surprise everyone. The reason being is because we just basically got to see what they got. Outside of Fred and Dre, we don't know who that other linebacker is going to be. We don't know if Aziz is going to take that spot. We don't know if Jonas Griffith's going to take that spot. You know, we just released Nathan Jerry today. He was a veteran linebacker, so I think we had him on the squad for a little bit.
I knew he was going to be the guy. I didn't even know about that one. Good call.
Yeah. Oh, and then Ronbo, don't get on Grasu that bad. Don't get on him that bad.
I thought about you when I said that.
He held it down. He held it down the best he could while he was there.
Yeah, he did.
And you know how this works. You get in Kyle's doghouse, you never get out. I don't know what he did, what he said, how he did it, or when he did it, but he just never got out. Because Daniel Brunskill wasn't no damn – he wasn't no Alex Mack.
No way.
You know.
Brunskill was bad.
He wasn't no Eric Heitman. You know. That's what I'm saying.
I remember talking about
you
supporting Grasu. I just didn't understand why we had to get down to Grasu. Grasu was what, a fourth string guy?
Yeah, but we know we had to get down to him because injuries. We just got destroyed. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd be honest with you. If it was up to me, I would have re-signed Ben Garland. I would have re-signed Ben Garland and I'd have let him start. I figure he did more than an admirable job. He did a lot better job than anyone else, and he damn sure did better than Brunskill.
Wait a minute.
He did better than Grossi.
D. We didn't re-sign Garland? We didn't, did we?
No.
Oh.
No. He's his own squad. He's out there as a free agent, and I still don't understand how somebody ain't picked him up as good as he played, which never makes sense to me. When players are out there and they play damn well, and then they just sit on the couch. Yes, I heard about it.
Who's the second string?
About N'Keal Harry. Go ahead.
Wait. Who's the second string? Brunskill's going to be our second string center now?
I believe so.
Oh!
I think the plan, from what I heard, the plan is for Brunskill to sit behind Mack and learn the center position from him while he's here to be the future center and take over. Technically speaking, I thought the line would have been Williams, Tomlinson, Mack, Brunskill, and McGlinchey. But we got this kid, Aaron Banks, so I think everybody's, kind of penciling him in at the right guard spot. So I honestly don't know, because they took forever to sign Brunskill too, And
wait, D, you know what? Maybe they think Brunskill has the aptitude over Garland? Oh, this is
Maybe I don't know. I mean, like I said,
damn.
Garland did a damn good job. I had no issue with what he did. He looked good to me. Hell, he helped us in the damn Super Bowl. Sure as hell, we all know Weston Richburg didn't. But
Man.
for me, and then I heard about the Harry wanting out.
And kill.
People, no. I don't want N'Keal Harry.
Why?
Look at it like this. If a player is great at a position, outside of quarterback, you're going to flourish no matter who it is. You know why? I'm going to give you the perfect example. His name is DeAndre Hopkins. He went through a carousel of quarterbacks in Houston, and the man still put up numbers on a consistent basis. So people can't tell me, oh, well, if you move quarterbacks all the time, you're not going to be able to do it. No, you can't, because DeAndre Hopkins did it, and he did it consistently in Houston. Yeah. So he's never panned out to be anything. Ayuk has looked better than him. He even looked better than him in his rookie season. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe N'Keal Harry had Tom Brady for a year.
Yes.
So there's no way you shouldn't be doing good.
Well, you know what? He was hurt. He was hurt that whole year. Remember, early in the season, he pulled up. Yeah.
There it is. What do we need with another injury-prone player? And anybody out there mention people, we got to stop with Jalen Hurd. There is no Jalen Hurd until Jalen Hurd is on the field playing and actually producing. Do not go off of that stupid Cowboys game 2 years ago. That there's no hope. The man is a fragile egg. We don't know what he has to offer outside of that, and that's not enough for me. That was one simple game. That's like saying, all right, I paid 2 games for you, and I had, and I'm a DB, and I had 4 interceptions. Pay me. No.
He just looks like
he got to get on the field.
It just appears that he's the right guy for the job. If we could just keep his engine running for over 30 miles. I need to go all the way to L.A.
The thing. He can't he can't get his engine up to 5 without tearing the ACL. There's nothing we can do. It's unfortunate. I feel bad for the kid. I'd love to see him get out there and shine and do what he's supposed to do, but unfortunately, the young man has not had a good run of luck in the NFL. I wish him nothing but the best. I'd like to see him cut so he can go somewhere else and try, but it's just this is one of those picks that just didn't work out. I just did a show on my own channel on all of our first-round picks. Ronbo, we suck at first-round picks. Our first-round picks are not the greatest. And I'm talking from the Bill Walsh era all the way up till now.
Well, yeah, that's a good point.
All the way up till now. But the one thing I can say is I think our linebacker core will be the unsung heroes of the squad, strictly based on the fact that whoever that third linebacker is outside of Fred and Dre is going to have a serious impact, especially for what D'Amico wants to do. Mm-hmm. And D'Amico's really good at coaching up linebackers. Mm-hmm. If Azeez makes it through training camp, most likely it's him.
You think so? Huh?
But don't be surprised if you see Hufanga make a change from safety into linebacker. They put him in the box a lot when he was at SC. So don't be surprised if you see him be a hybrid safety linebacker, because they're not sold on him as safety right now from the people that are saying things. From a little bit of stuff at OTAs, they said they weren't necessarily impressed with what he had to offer. But
he's a good football player.
If you put him in there, you put him in a box as linebacker, he might be able to flourish.
About 10 pounds? Yeah. Because what does he come in at? 2? What does he weigh?
I don't know. I think he's in the twos. He's in his twos.
I don't think he's over 220. He needs to put on a few pounds just so he can deal with the impacts. We'll see. I don't want to see him leave either.
Upanga is 215.
Yeah, he needs about 10 pounds, and
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know how it is. They get in the NFL, they throw weight on them. They know how to get them to eat and move to build the muscle and build the right weight so that they can do it. Shout out to John Taylor and Patrick Willis for being inducted into the 49ers Hall of Fame. Gotta love that. You know what I'm saying? And I believe at least Patrick Willis better get his ass into Canton. They better stop playing with him.
Oh, man.
Patrick Willis, for the time that he played in the NFL, had an immediate impact. You ain't never seen nothing like him. Never. There's once-in-a-lifetime players, and he was one of those dudes. So, Joe and Pat, they need to go in. There's no question. You know, you get Mr. Staley in there, you get Mr. Willis, but our linebacking core is going to be something to watch. That's what I'm going to have my eye on. And like I told you, I'll be at that first preseason game.
Can't wait.
I'm definitely gonna be watching and paying attention.
Jasmine,
I would love to see Trey and see what he does, because they're gonna have to put him in for extended periods of time.
Oh yeah, he'll probably Jimmy come out there for 2 minutes, and then Dre will take it all the rest of the first half, I figure, and then of course you got
and then we'll probably go Rosen and Sudfeld in the second half. I'd like to see Trey play at least 2 quarters in each game.
Yeah.
Just to knock the rust off, because he's been sitting for a year.
Yeah.
So if we give him a couple of quarters each game, that gets the rust off. That way, if God forbid something happens to Jimmy and we need him to jump on the field, he's not jumping on the field going, trying to warm his arm up like a pitcher. You know what I mean?
In fact, I'd start him because I want him to see the top defense, because the top defenses are going to come out there for a few minutes. Actually, you should start him.
Agreed.
See what he looks like.
Agreed. Yeah, start him and put him out there against them top dudes. And let them know, hey, man, look, this is what you're going to have to face in the first place. So they may only be out here for a few plays, but you better chew them up while you can. Go ahead and get a little bit of defense, but a little bit of experience. But that's what I would say. Watch our linebacking core, guys. And everyone out there, no N'Keal Harry. We don't want him. He's worthless. He hasn't done anything in the NFL now. He ain't going to do it in the future. I don't want him. I don't care if he's 6'4". That means nothing. So I think Jalen Hurts 6'4" too. And what has he done? Size and height don't matter. It's about pure skill. Can you do it? Julian Edelman was short as hell. I think he was like 5'11", or maybe even a little bit shorter than that. And he was a beast for years. So it ain't about size.
That's what I was trying to tell Papa Dragon yesterday. You know what? You got a bread and butter receiver. I don't care if he's a 2, 3, or 4. If he's that good, he can be whatever number he wants to be. It's about consistently always making plays. That's it. So we need.
Hey, look, if you put up 1,000 yards and 10 touchdowns every year, that's good.
That's Hall of Fame.
Nobody can say you suck. That's Hall of Fame. You know why? Because you score every time. You put up the 1,000 yards. You do those things. But if you come in and you got 2 touchdowns and 400 yards,
and then kill Harry,
3 touchdowns, and
we got to go, though, fam.
Like, you're not. Oh, okay. Good night, man. You have a good evening.
We're having too much fun. I love you, man. D, the Louder Game podcast, get on there and see what he did today. Because, D, I don't know if he's taking time off or what. So there's a lot of people that are taking time off. But catch D. He's got something to talk about. Niner Gang Podcast. Use the number Niner Gang Podcast. All right. D, I'll be over there to check you out in a minute. All right, fam. Well, good night. Give my best to Jasmine.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Brittany. Oh, I forgot. We're rocking tonight.
How you doing?
Wait. I forgot. We're rocking tonight. Productions want me to stop it.
What's going on?
Brittany, we're looking at tonight, and I'm putting my risk on Mike McGlinchey and the right side of the offensive line, making the offensive line the toast of the town. When you drive around the city of San Francisco, you see billboards of Trent, Thomason, Mack, Barnes, and Mrs. McGlinchey's baby boy, Mike. The toast of the town. Boy, I tell you, I better be right. But Brittany, who you got?
So Dion said linebacker, and I agree with him. Like, we don't need N'Keal Harry. We don't. But, I mean, I'm not in the hype, but I hope Jalen Hurts stays healthy so he can do his thing and prove to everybody that he's not injury prone.
Right? Because we just want to know, right? Yeah.
You also said O-line. I wouldn't be surprised, even though we already know what Mostert can do. What if a whole running back room can bring something besides him? I already know what he can do. I already know what Wilson can do. Right. I'm excited to see what Thurman can do.
I thought about it. It was on my list too.
Thurman.
What if he explodes into being the bell cow back that can go all day?
Ooh. Yes, I agree. Because remember, I think 2019 we had explosive running backs. You know, we had Breida, we had Coleman, but then I think Mostert became RB number one
He took
towards
over.
like the end of the season.
Yep.
Yeah, he became RB1 towards the end of the season. What would happen if just Sermon's in a game and he just blows out right then and there out the gate, and they're like, whoa! Not only the stature on him, but the speed and the speed. Like we have big bullies on our team now. So I'm like, if we can see some magic from
That offensive
Sermon,
line and that running, yes. And Brittany, you're
yes.
so right because that room surprises and plays above what we expect him to play. The play action game will be brutal off the hook, unstoppable. Because now teams are just sitting back there with their heart racing at 100 miles an hour. The defense, oh man, they're going to pass. Hope they pass. No. God, no, they haven't missed a pass yet, man. But if we run, we're going to say, come on, guys, man up and stop the run. You know, you get all panicky out there.
Yeah. I don't think that's another thing that is included with the O-line, along with the running backs. I think maybe because the O-line is now bigger, fatter, meaner, and stronger, we may see Shanahan develop more passer plays instead of just running the ball. Yes, it's the strongest, but because of that O-line for, I think, half of 2019 and then 2020, we didn't do a lot of passes because of that O-line. So this year, hopefully, we get a lot of pass plays as well, so we can really see not only the protection, but Jimmy just go off. I'm ready for that.
You know, I tell you, and see, the thing is, Brittany, though, you can run play action to cause more distortion, more confusion. Now, when you see the guys bob left and go right and then come back to the left, now you got the defense on their heels. And what the heck was that? You guys got to recover, get your butt over there. You know, the coach is going nuts on the side. No, George Kittle's standing out there laughing as he's running down, trotting into the end zone.
But even if it wasn't strong for a year, like we still made some defenses look like idiots out there. Like, wait, what just happened?
I know. That offense, when they're right, they are unbelievable. Kyle's got them looking like in-sync swimmers. I mean, it's just ridiculous how well they move. It's pretty to watch them when they're in sync like that. Oh, God. So we'll see.
I feel like with the backups for center, it's between Brunskill and the guy that they got from the CFL, Dakota Shepley. They're both probably going to be at battle to see who's going to be backing up Alex Mack.
And somebody said McKivitz can actually play center. He's a guard center, like so many guards are. So I guess I still feel a little insecure without Garland because Garland was such a good fill-in. So I don't know what happened there.
When he did his thing. So
he stayed hurt all last year,
it
too.
Just feels a little weird. Yeah. It was going to feel a little weird without him. But, I mean, I'm trusting the process.
Yeah.
I'm trusting the process as best as I can. So we will see what happens.
Hopefully Alex Mack stays out there all year. Alex, please, man, no injury this year to you. God.
Yeah. I'm just praying for no injuries at all.
Period.
I'm praying every day for no injuries at all. This team is ready to win now. They're not ready, even though everybody wants them to rebuild right now. 75th anniversary. This team is ready to win.
I better not talk to nobody talk about rebuilding right now. Oh, I've been very reserved and very high roadish for the last 2 or 3 weeks, actually. But somebody goes, we're in the middle of a rebuild. Oh, he's going to get cussed out right on Twitter. How do you have George Kittle and the backfield we got? You know, Jimmy G is not interested in no rebuild at this particular hour. And you think Trent Williams came over here for a rebuild? What the hell is wrong? Don't let me run into them people.
I think that's the thing that people forgot. He said in an interview if he re-signs with the team, he's re-signing because he's ready to win. He's not going to say it's a rebuild mode.
No rebuild
and it's like,
going on
y'all better listen to the man. Y'all better listen to the man. it's a rebuild mode, there's a problem. The same with Fred. If they don't win, there's a problem.
Oh, damn right. Serious problem. Somebody's head's going to roll if we don't win some games this year, and we better be in the playoffs. Period.
That's why people need to stop giving a burden to Jimmy and begging for Trey to play. If Trey sits and learns, he can soak up everything. So when it's his time, he can go out there and dominate without being thrown to the wolves so quickly.
It'll work out.
Simple.
It'll work out. Everything will fall into place as it should. Because, it's this ain't no fooling around 2020. It's being quiet as it's being kept. Brittany, there's pressure that's not being talked about. The 49ers go out there and lay another egg this year, there's going to be a problem. Whether whose fault it is isn't going to matter. There's going to be a problem. We have to bring it this year. That team's too good to be getting their butt kicked like that again. Especially,
Absolutely.
Ooh. Britt, look at this. We ran out of time. I'll see you on Twitter and Friday. All right?
Yes.
All right, Britt.
Okay.
Have a great night.
Good night.
Hey, night.
You too.
I always appreciate Brittany. Brittany's my backup on Twitter, boy. I love it.
Here comes Norm.
I know, Norm. Are you
I'm about to be
chewing
on.
that gum like you remind me of my uncle chewing tobacco? That makes me some good gum.
Oh, you going? We're gonna turn down in just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Norm.
Huh?
Norm, we want to ask you a question. What time is it?
Oh, that's what I was trying to say. You got to turn on the volume just a little bit more plays because it's not as all day. Oh no, I'm just for a little bit.
Yeah.
So the topic. You feel me? Because I know that a lot of noise, like I don't want you to hear all that noise and stuff. Like it's make a lot of noise down there.
No, you don't understand. I, in fact, was supposed to make more noise when I came in. It's rock night. Okay, no, all right. Yeah, go ahead, Norm. You got your right.
All day. And that's what I was trying to say. So what the topic is, what position is what, Ronbo? What's going on with these positions?
The biggest surprise of the 49er units this year, who is going to be that unit that plays above board that we're talking about each and every Sunday, and we're saying things like, dude, I'm going to give the whole offensive line the game ball. No, you know what? The secondary. Without the secondary today, we wouldn't have blown that team out. That would have been a close game. Things like that. The running back room, what? Look at that. These boys is taking over. Who's going to be that unit?
I think the running backs, for one, it's a very spread out room because they got more responsibilities than just being running backs, being tailbacks. You got also the receivers. I think the receivers probably be the most slept on as well.
See,
the Niners. See, Kyle Shanahan runs this offense, right? I remember watching the 2019 season when I couldn't watch the 2019. Anyway, they were saying one of the crazy things about that season is the run game was so vicious, right? Every receiver had a duty. He's telling them, if you are not planning to block anybody the way that you're supposed to block, like you better get some game from these old linemen and show you how to block. If you ain't blocking like that, you ain't no receiver. What? Yes, that's Kyle Shanahan's scheme. Because in that scheme, and the way the line sets up, the way the trenches are set up, Cal sets his trenches up so unique. It's a zone blocking scheme. The O-line runs vertical. So it spreads the defense out. So the running back can just pick and choose where you want to go. And it's up to him to figure out, boom, which one? This one, should he go here, there, anywhere, just wherever a lane is open. There's multiple lanes open in this Niners zone. That's why it's so effective.
Mostert shoots up the middle. Nobody knew. Who was that?
It's up to Mostert to pick which. It's up to Mostert to pick. You just have so much time to pick which route to go. You feel me? You can go this route, and then you can make the first level, or you can go this route and make two levels. But I think the most slept on position is like every position has that slept on piece. And, the secondary could be one of those other ones. You feel me? Because nobody's sure who's going to be the quarterback. That's that's breakout cornerback or that breakout safety with Travarius Moore being out. You feel me? And my condolences, my shout outs to him. You feel me? We hope you come back and do your thing out here. But that's one of the ones where it's like you can look at a rookie like Hufanga. Is he going to be the Ronnie Lott of the Islands? You would hope, just so we can solidify that secondary position for the, the safeties, all that. I know he's not a free safety. He could be a strong safety, or also a linebacker. You never know.
You know about Hufanga?
Yeah. Talking about Talanoa.
Yeah.
Could be a linebacker, an edge rusher, or a safety. Like, or special teams. Like, I know everybody's saying special teams, especially this year for Shelley. But I think speaking of which, special teams might be the slept on position.
You're right. I'm telling you, I thought about that. I forgot about them.
I just thought about that too, Ronbo. Like that might be the one in special teams. Like snatching balls. Like, how remember when the Niners played the Cowboys in '94, right? All those turnovers they was getting. The biggest one they got was on special teams. Stop it. Just imagine seeing the Chiefs. Just imagine if the Niners played the Chiefs again in the Super Bowl and they thought they was going to get that game winner play. Just like, ooh, we could do the Chiefs like the Suns is doing the Bucks right now. Like, with just that one special play move. If y'all watching the NBA Finals, good Lord have mercy. This is a lot of.
Are the refs taking over the game? See, that's why I stopped watching.
Okay, look. Well, Chris Paul's taking over the game. I thought he broke his ankle, but it looked kind of like the NBA Finals trophy. He did kind of look like that. I don't know if it was hurt or not. I don't want to put that on him, but he's still out there looking like his ankle never broke. So you don't know.
Those are the kind of guys you never make them sit down.
Anyway, we ain't talking about Chris Paul, right? None of that. This is Niner football, right?
There you go.
But like. Just slept on positions like special teams, the running backs, and the secondary I'm thinking them as the ones, and also the offensive line. The offensive line is going to really keep the offense. I'm telling you, every time the 49ers win the Super Bowl, people bring up the fact that they got there because of how they utilize that offensive line. So trust me, now everybody's talking about all these positions. Trey Lance might take Jimmy G's job because of their offensive line. Stop playing with us, bro.
You never know. I can't wait to see what he looks like. I can't wait to see.
I do want to see. I just seen a guy right there that had the same haircut. He trying to be like Trey Lance. He played for the Suns. I hope he wins the championship.
In fact, Norm, I'm surprised you're not saying anything about the Trey Lance hairline, since you like to get on
the
John
Trey
about
Lance
that.
hairline. Pat Mahomes thought he had the hairline that could repeat, but Trey Lance is kind of, you put the R&B touch to it, so that's what's going to get you a repeat. That's called the sophomore jinx. You feel me? Pat Mahomes got a sophomore jinx. Trey Lance finna have the R&B classics for you. He gonna be the R&B version of Tupac. 2 classics in one. I'm just playing. But I had to find something crazy to say because it's Niners all day.
In fact, 49ers Ultimate Report, your number one fan, has given you a shout out right now. Hey, John, thanks for that contribution too. It's Niners all
Thanks, John.
day.
I'm glad I can get that for you. I'm glad I can make that happen for you. I'm finna get back to eating. You feel me?
All right. And that NBA game. All right, fam. Norm, I'll be looking for you Friday.
Yes. Oh, Friday. All right, cool. Now, I hope everybody had a good 4th too, because I sure did. I had a good Independence weekend.
There you go.
I hope you gained your independence from that genjutsu that the NFL had you in all season, all off season.
There you go. All right, Norm. Be looking forward to hearing from you shortly. All right, fam. Have a good night.
Peace. Have a good night, y'all.
Storm and Norman, Niners all day. Yo, Rick. Rick's flying an airplane.
Ronbo, what up?
Rick, man, I'm sitting back here. I'm looking at like the entire team, and I'm trying to figure out who is going to surprise us this year. Because we don't have any weak units on this team anymore, on offense or defense. Not really. In order to be able to rise above and stand out on this team, any particular unit on this team, that's going to take some hellified playing, right? Because you look at the linebacker room, you know Fred and Dre and whomever else is involved is going to kick some butt. You know, the defense, Nick Bosa and company, everybody's back. Eric Armstead's back where he belongs, in the middle. We got to figure out if indeed Sosa on that other end, if he's effective, oh my Lord, that is going to be a defensive rush that everybody's going to be talking about for days. And then, of course, you got the offensive air attack now that it might be even better due to the fact that the offensive line is so stout. And then, of course, you got wide receivers. What if, and I know Dion doesn't want to hear it, but what if Jalen Hurd does play this year and he's everything he's advertised to be? Oh, Ayuk, Debo, Hurd, GK, ow, we're ready. So, you know, it's going to be tough to stand out. Well, who do you think could stand out above everybody?
Man, I think it's going to be Jalen Hurd, man, for real.
Wide receiver room, then. Jalen represents.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, for real. The only reason because Jimmy G, a while back, he gave him a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I can't wait to see him on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to take Jimmy G's word for it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because otherwise,
I don't care what nobody else say.
Because otherwise, he's not calling. He did like Ayuk. He mentioned Ayuk last year. And, of course, we know he likes Debo because they hook up all the time. So, yeah.
Yeah, but you heard him say Hurd, right?
I did. He made a big deal out of that. He just wants a
and
big,
that was
strong...
you know, out of nowhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why is he going to say that?
Because he worked with him the first year before he got hurt, and he knows what Hurd's capable of doing.
But,
so, you know.
Yeah, but he's not going to say that unless he's going to come out there, though. That's what I'm thinking.
I know, right?
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, he gave him a big shout out. He said, I can't wait to see him out there. So, shit, I can't wait to see him out there either. You know what I'm saying?
In fact, I think John Lynch and company says, listen, let's not talk too much about Jalen Hurd, guys. Guys, listen up here. We're doing interviews. Let's not let it out that Jalen Hurd is ready to go. You know, I don't know why that would be necessary to keep a secret, but I can see where it'd be hush-hush. The secret weapon is ready to roll.
Yeah, because they're not ready for him, Ronbo. You know why? That's a mismatch.
I know, you know. Oh.
That is a mismatch. I don't care how you see it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care who's talking about it. It can be your last host. I'm talking about like whoever was on here last, talking about Jalen Hurd.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look, he's coming. He's coming. I believe in him. You know,
I do too.
I'm not the kind of Niner fan that's like all kind of like optimistic over everything, but I can take a hint here and there. Mm-hmm. And if Jimmy G said his name, then I believe he's gonna come out here and he's gonna do his damn thing, Ronbo.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jimmy G ain't gonna call out nobody's name for no damn reason.
Yeah.
Just like shit out the blue, you know what I'm talking about? And I don't care who's talking junk about him. I believe in my boy. Because he's a Niner and he ain't had a chance to like really show himself. But you know, Ronbo, don't nobody get a chance until they get a chance. And I believe that he's gonna get this chance right here, and he's gonna do something with it, man, for real. Damn. And I don't want nobody to think I'm a homer or whatever, but I believe in him. I do believe in him. You know what I'm saying? I do believe in him because I believe in Jimmy G.
There you go.
Jimmy G. If Jimmy G say, "Hey, look out for this man," I'm gonna look out for that man because Jimmy G ain't no joke. And let me say this, Ronbo, I ain't never commented on nothing with Jimmy G, right? But in my heart, in my heart, I do believe, in my heart, I believe that he had a concussion when he threw that last pass that overthrew Sanders. You know what I'm saying?
I said that a
Because
couple of times after a few weeks after that game was over. I quit. People were so mad that they start
man, I
yelling
don't give a damn.
really nasty
Rumbo,
things. And I said, you know
Rumbo,
what? You ever
Rumbo,
get hit
you
like that?
tell
You
tell
hear
them
that
to
crash
come see
across the
me.
field.
Hey, Ronbo, you tell them to come to see me because I wouldn't give a damn what they say. Because in my heart, I believe that man had a concussion when he threw that damn pass. And you know what? He didn't tap out, and he didn't say, "Coach, take me out."
And
He
they
didn't
didn't
say,
put him
"Coach."
under concussion
You know what I'm
protocol.
saying?
He didn't go to the blue tent. You could
No,
hear that
no,
helmet to
he
helmet
didn't go to that shit.
loud.
Yeah,
And no checkout, but he stayed on the field. And, because like everybody
he
else,
stayed on it. But you know what? All I hear is like, "Oh, Jimmy G overthrew this and that and that." Hey, but look, he took Ronbo, for real. He took a hell of a hit, head to head, right?
no flag.
Am I
Again,
lying? Am I lying or am I telling the truth?
I mean,
Did
it's
he take
true.
a head-to-head hit?
That was a 15-yard penalty all day. No, we don't
But
have
he
anything to
took a
say on
head-to-head
it.
hit, right? But, hey, like Ronbo, in my heart, for real, I believe Jimmy G. I believe he had a concussion, but he played through that shit. He had the heart to play through that, and he didn't say, "Coach, take me out," this and that and that. And he might have overthrew Sanders, but I give that man credit because look, Ronbo, I saw the hit.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that hit, that him with the helmet. Man, you can't help but get a concussion off of that. I don't care who you are. You can say you this and that. You miss a badass and this and that. That man took a hell of a hit.
Also,
Ronbo.
He let that ball go before he wanted to because, again, the right side of that offensive line was getting breached for the entire fourth quarter. Mike Person
Ronbo,
became
he was
limp.
In my heart, I believe that man was concussed. For real. I believe he was concussed. But you know what? Won't nobody give that man credit. But you know what? It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good because you know what?
Redemption time is coming.
Yeah. Redemption, revenge, you can call it whatever. But you know what? Everybody hating on Jimmy G. I believe in Jimmy G. Because you know what? I seen that man take that hit. It was the helmet hit. And ain't Ronbo, I know football. I done played this shit without pads, without this and that. That man had to have a concussion. And I truly believe that man was concussed before he threw that past Emmanuel Sanders. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I truly believe that. And can't nobody tell me otherwise. Because I know, man, football ain't no joke.
I know. A lot of people don't understand who've never played. That's why I've always got compassion for guys that get hurt. It's easy to get hurt playing ball. And then to start hating on people because he gets hurt too much. What the? You talk? Have you ever played football? What do you know?
Ronbo,
guys get hurt.
He didn't tap out. He didn't tap out. He didn't say, "Coach, come here, take me up out of here. I need a timeout. I need this and that." You know what he did? He kept on going. He kept on going, and I believe in my heart of hearts, Ronbo, I keep it real with you. In my heart of hearts, I believe that man was concussed when he threw, that ball that was like over, That man had to be concussed. Can't nobody take that kind of hit. Hey, let me hit you head to head, helmet, this and that. Let me see if you can throw that.
A 200-something pound linebacker.
Throw it.
I mean, that lineman.
Yeah.
But fam,
you're not gonna be able to throw it.
Yeah. Well, you get to try, but
that's neither here or there, But I just hadn't ever spoken my opinion about the Jimmy G thing. Yeah. But you know what? I got to give that man props. And you know what? George Kittle stick up for that man. The coach stick up for that man. Everybody stick up for that man. Why? They knew that man was concussed. They knew he was concussed. But you know what he didn't say? Hey, coach, come take me out. I'm hurt. He didn't say none of that shit.
He's fine now. We're going to see
Yeah.
what Jimmy G's made out of in a few weeks, and I'm expecting big things myself. Yeah, Rick, we gonna go. Hey, tell you what, let me see you Friday, and we'll be back here and see what else is going on in Ninerville. All right.
Hey, Ronbo, before
Hey.
you leave,
You.
I want everybody to hit that thumbs up for you.
Thanks, Rick.
Because you are the man.
Thanks, Rick.
And if anybody deserves a damn thumbs up, it's you. And if you
Appreciate
can't
that,
feel
Rick.
that, you a fucking hater. And if you a hater, hey, look, Ronbo gonna go to Silicon Valley. He gonna come look you up, and we gonna find you. When we find you, we're gonna put a Jimmy G jersey on you, and your mama gonna be screaming "ooh la la" for your daddy's screaming already.
Rick, you ready tonight? Rick, appreciate you, fam. Let me see you Friday. We're gonna see if we get a few more phones there, okay? Appreciate you, fam.
All right.
Have a good night. And by the way, let me give a shout out to Cynthia. I see your note rolling by. I said, I'm still awake. Cynthia ought to get on the phone. Oh, it is. Hey, John says, Rumble, every show gets better and better. Niners! Hey, thanks, John. Appreciate you, fam. And check out John. John on the John's own content. He's working right now. But 49ers Ultimate Report is what you're looking for. 49ers Ultimate Report, 3 different words. Don't do like me, going and typing the whole thing. And not get. And now, let's go to representing one of my favorite bakeries of all time, Shabazz. Shabazz!
Ronbo.
Shabazz, every time I see your name, reminds me when I used to go down through, was that, what was it? What is that avenue that runs down the middle of Oakland? It's not, anyway, they got a Shabazz bakery there. I used to love to go in there. I knew everybody.
Yeah, you used to go in there and get them bean pies.
Yes, the bean pies. Oh my goodness, they were so. I would never get a small one either. I give me the whole pie, and I go home and people ask, "Oh, that bean pie? Yeah, that's my bean pie. You ain't give me none? No."
Oh man, that's what's happening, Ronbo. Man, I just felt like tapping in. I was watching the finals game. Everybody all excited here in Phoenix.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a Suns fan. But I like to see them win for the city. But, you know, shout out to everybody here. But shout out to you. I said, let me tap in with Ronbo. I ain't working. I need to check in. And as soon as I got on, I heard the guy going in and has his other show. He was talking about Jalen Hurd.
Yeah.
I'm a believer in Jalen Hurd. I think he's going to ball. And he said something to Ronbo that called me that wasn't factual. I don't know how old this kid is, Ronbo, but he said something that wasn't factual. He said the 49ers haven't had good luck with first-round picks. Well, I'm going to name some great first-round picks for the 49ers, all right?
All right.
All right, and I hope he's listening. How about a guy named Jimmy Ward? How about a guy named Jimmy Ward? How about a guy named Eric Armstead?
Yeah.
How about a guy named DeForest Buckner?
Yeah.
Okay? Hold on. How about a guy named Joe Staley?
Yeah.
How about a guy that was a first-round pick named Alden Smith, besides when he got in trouble?
And before he started acting foolish.
How about two offensive linemen that was instrumental in our Super Bowl run in 2012, 2013, AD in the potty? How about a first-round pick named Patrick Willis? How about a first-round pick named Jerry Rice? And how about a first-round pick named Ronnie Lott? Watch your mouth, kid. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, kid. Watch your mouth.
And you left out Nick Bosa. And you left Nick Bosa out. And look out for Nick, because I got to feel his future's going to be huge.
And I left IU out, and I even left Alex Smith out. I mean, he wasn't all letting the bag of chips. And I left one more out. I left Vernon Davis out. So stop saying our first-round picks wasn't good, okay? That just rubbed me a little bit the wrong way, Ronbo.
Dion,
I've been red and gold my whole life, Ronbo.
I wasn't thinking when D said that, but I think you just, I think you rebutted on that, didn't you? Oh.
Yeah, and you know what? I can name some honorable mention first-round picks. They were okay. They didn't give us everything, but a guy like Manny Lawson, a guy like Julian Peterson,
He was a first-round pick. Eric Reed. They wasn't bad.
Yeah, Eric Reed.
You know, they didn't turn out like the other guys, but they were decent picks. I wasn't mad at their 49er careers. How about that?
Yeah, and that's a good way to put that too. They weren't trash. They did a good job. The biggest mistake, and Shabazz, the biggest mistake may be Trent Baalke and that wide receiver, and you know who I'm talking about, that he never got.
Yeah, we ain't got to mention his name.
That's why I wasn't going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Trent.
We ain't got to mention his name.
There was three
We ain't got to mention that. We ain't got to mention
wide
nothing
receivers.
there, but we had some good, decent first-round picks that, I mean, we were happy and we got good production out of them. You know? That was good production, especially when you think about somebody like Buckner, when you think about Eric Armstead, how he came back and balled for us. You know? And we didn't even, like I said, we didn't mention Bosa or IU or this first round that we got now. So we had them okay. And then we got three Hall of Famers. Okay, first-round picks. Jerry Rice, Ronnie Lott, and Patrick Willis are Hall of Famers. We don't care that they snubbed him, because here's what they're going to do, because I've told everybody for years, the Hall of Fame hates the 49ers because there's injustice that Ricky Waters ain't in the Hall of Fame, that John Taylor's not in the NFL Hall of Fame. I'm angry, okay, Ronbo? I'm beyond words because –
and add to that how long they made T.O. They made him jump through hoops for how many years?
Right,
that was wrong. That was
here's
so
somebody
wrong.
else that's a first ballot not a first ballot, but should be in the Hall of Fame that ain't in. Roger Craig's not in the Hall of Fame.
Oh,
so the NFL
that's so
NFL
true.
has done us dirty, Ronbo, and I'm gonna tell you who else will be a first ballot, and it's gonna be, and you guys all look this up. Not an empire, because we're empire. We're not a nation. We're empire. We rule. Okay.
People
Luke Kuechly numbers are the same as Patrick Willis, and if they put that guy in the Hall of Fame first ballot, we know it's all politics. His numbers are the exact same as Patrick Willis. Same Pro Bowl, same years, same tackle, same interception, same fumble. And watch when Luke Kuechly comes up. Oh, they're going to, he was such a great player. He needs to be in first ballot. They'll put him in first ballot. Watch it, guys. And I want all of y'all to call in and say, Shabazz, you were so right.
You are.
It's political when it comes to us.
And Shabazz.
It's political, Ronbo.
And it is. And the comparison between Kuechly and Naval Bowman needs to be investigated as well. Bowman got abused the entire time Kuechly was in the league. They were together. And Bowman outplayed him on 2 or 3 different occasions, but Kuechly got the Pro Bowl nod, and I says, you know what? That's okay. What's up,
Ronbo? It's always politics. The fact that Ricky Waters and Roger Craig, okay, maybe you didn't like Ricky, but the fact that Roger Craig and John Taylor is in the Hall of Fame, John Taylor numbers are the same as it's either Swan or Starworth. I won't say Swan. It's Starworth. I think I compared them. 3 Super Bowls the same as Starworth, but when they talk about Pittsburgh, they put all of them in the Hall of Fame.
I know, right?
They snubbed us.
The Steelers.
They snubbed us.
They became America's team. Shabazz, the
Right,
Steelers were that
us,
blue-collar, hard-working city. Their players represented that type of element, and that is why that gives you a little bit of edge when it comes to these decisions.
But they can't do that to us, Ronbo. I mean, be fair, man. Ain't nobody that grew up in the 80s. And they were showing how John Taylor, and I'm so excited because I've been just crying and pleading why John Taylor ain't in our Hall of Fame. He's going in. I can't wait to go see his statue. But I remember a game, and I don't know if you got this in your memory bank, Ronbo. I know I'm old, you know what I'm saying? I remember a game where John Taylor caught a pass, threw a pass, ran a punt back, ran a touchdown back, and ran a handoff back. I remember a game against the Rams where he scored 5 touchdowns that way too. But I can't find the date. Somebody find that for me.
No.
But I remember that game.
I'm gonna do better than that. I'm gonna go and Google that. I mean, and find out if I can find a YouTube tape on that one. I'm gonna tape that one up because you know what? I need to see that. I don't remember that exactly, I must say, but I do need to see what that looks like. That's a one-man wrecking crew.
He was a monster. God. If he's on any other team, he's wide receiver number one. But he got overshadowed by Jerry. Okay, he got overshadowed by Jerry. When you think about the Bengals Super Bowl, the last play of the game, Joe looked off Jerry and hit John Taylor in the end zone. But they disrespect him, man. They disrespect him. And I'm tired of the disrespect, Ronbo. I'm tired of the disrespect, like you said, to the rest of the empire. Hurd gonna ball. Jimmy say he gonna ball. He gonna ball. We know he gonna ball.
Yeah.
Everybody's gonna ball, Ronbo, and we're gonna do what we got to do this year. Okay, we're gonna do what we got to do this year, man. I'm excited. I'm tapping in. I ain't gonna take up too much time. Shout out to you. Shout out to my people in Memphis. Shout out to my boy Lee in California. And bang, bang, Niner gang.
Hey.
Niners, baby.
Shabazz, it's always such a treat to hear from you. Don't be so long getting back here. We'll see. Have a great night.
I gotta tap in. Will do, Ronbo. But you know, man, I'm working, man. I gotta pay off them tickets, man. I gotta be ready, man.
I know what you mean. You've got to get that done. All right, fam. Appreciate you. Shabazz, have a great night.
Yes, sir.
There he goes. Shabazz coming in here doing like Quan, being legendary.
There he is.
Hey, Tom.
What's good? 29.
Tommy,
Whoa.
Tom.
Yeah.
Right now?
Look at all these freaking clowns.
They always come on like a TV show, don't they?
Dude, Jets gang is the biggest clown. I have to deal with this clown every day. He came on the Cone phone and was eating cereal, talking to Grant Cone.
No, he wasn't. Oh,
and,
my God.
Yeah, and he's got like these really terrible looking braids. He looks like Coolio, and he looks like he hasn't showered in about 3 weeks.
So funny, because by that description, my mind is painting this hilarious picture. And he's sitting there eating a bowl of cereal, too. That just adds to the fun. God.
Yeah, well, if you're going to call somebody and be on a podcast, well, don't be rude and eat. And then, yeah. I think he's a bum, dude. I think he's a hobo. He's a straight up bum.
Hey, Tommy, was this on today's show?
No, this is a few weeks ago.
Oh, shucks. Hello, Anna Marie. I got to see that.
Known as a hobo.
Yeah.
He hasn't seen it.
No, I'm not.
He hasn't seen it.
He lives on a train.
Tommy, you're on Twitter now. Would you go get that video and post it up? I'll retweet it. People got to see this. I'm going to label him and say who he is.
No, the problem is that Grant deleted it because he's saying F-bombs, too, so we had to take him off his video.
Oh, he's one of those guys.
I keep it lucky.
Oh, shucks. Yeah. All right.
Hi, Ronbo. How are you doing, love?
Oh, doing great. How about you? How you doing?
Oh, well, okay.
Here. Because you're always in great spirits. We know you're feeling good. And being with Tommy all the time.
Will you follow me on Twitter, please?
Oh, you're on Twitter as well? Of course. Absolutely.
Can you follow me?
I had no idea
I have
you were
a
on Twitter.
post today, and I have 70 likes.
All right.
70 likes you had on the post today. Wow.
All right. I got to. It's using the same name. Yeah, Anna Marie.
I have no idea.
What's my Twitter?
I don't know. It must be your name.
I'll find you. They played my song on the radio today in Scotland.
All right. And notice how it says it's not Twitter, it's Twitter. Twitter. This is the English program.
Twitter.
You got to pronounce those
How do you say it, Ronbo?
It says Twitter.
We say lazy mouth. Remember,
Twitter.
Americans, we got the lazy mouth when it comes to English. The Queen's English is so far removed in America, it's a sad thing. Because I think the British brogue is just something incredible. So, pronounce those T's. Oh, but anyway, I noticed that you also leave the endings off of words, which I've always loved. Sometimes Americans, we pronounce the whole word, you'll leave it off. And it has such a different feel. I like that.
Jets gang, you sound goofy, you fucking idiot.
Mommy.
You just said I sounded goofy.
Who sounds? I sound goofy.
No, me.
You do sound goofy. No, it's not okay. Just want to be doing love. I'll let you go and have your football talk.
Yeah, we got to.
All right. It's talk. Good night, Anna Marie. She's awesome. She's awesome. But anyway, Tommy.
Yo.
I'll let you get back to that guy in a minute. But first of all, Tommy, let us know how you feel. I'm talking about the comedian that's in the chat. This is what I like about Tommy, Jesus, and several other guys that work the chat. You see, it takes brute force to deal with brute force. Some people come in the chat, think they come in and just abuse 49er fans as if we were soft. And they get met with the hammer. I love it. Tommy, you're doing God's work out there. And everybody else that works those guys.
No, I'm a mod. I'm a mod on CG Ruthless. So I put whenever I see Jets gang, I put that fool out in timeout every day. Because you don't come in talking Jets. Nobody wants to talk about that scrub-ass team that hasn't won since 1969.
See, here's the thing. Anybody coming in and messing with Tommy, and he's a mod, what's that site you're modding?
CG Ruthless Sports.
So you know, as soon as you come in and you see Tommy, you might as well turn around and leave. Tommy's going to close the door immediately. So that's why you need to behave and show that you have a little bit of manners when you come in here. You never know which one of our folks is at another site and he's running things, or he's mod, and that means you're dead meat. They don't care. Tommy, we're dealing with an intellect or lack thereof that really can't be reasoned with in a manner that, you third, fourth grade, you can get out. I mean, it's what it is.
Oh. Mm. Yeah, well, Jets gang failed kindergarten. I can tell by the way you write.
Oh, he's not the one who was eating cereal and saying all kind
that's
of
him.
That's
him.
That's hilarious. Oh, class. Anyway.
So,
but Tommy, you're a monster position group. And we got, all of them are tough, but who's going to be that group that can find a way to stand out and be the surprise unit this year? And I say, you know what, Tommy, every unit is going to be that surprise unit because honestly, I think we're going to have equal production from just about everybody, but there's going to be that one group that says, man, y'all wouldn't have won nothing without us. That group. Who is that?
I'm going to say the defensive line.
Mm-hmm. Good choice.
I think their pass rush is going to be way better this year because we're going to stay healthy, and I think we're going to contain mobile QBs a lot better. Since I think that's why they brought Ebukam in because the Rams were solid doing that to Russell Wilson, and we just couldn't get it done. So I think he's going to help us out tremendously.
That's true. And that, you know what? Javon Kinlaw has got good speed. I noticed that last year. And DJ Jones, who's also had some Russell meat dragged to the ground, we have gotten faster. Some people are saying that the 49ers defensive pass rush won't equal what it was in 2019. I beg to differ on that. That's Dre. Mm-hmm. They're talking about D Ford. But you know what? Let's see what Sosa looks like first.
He's going to be a beast, I'm telling you. I think I know they're just saying that Kinlaw's not a good pass rusher, but he didn't really have much of a preseason or off-season or OTAs or anything for 2020.
Or edge to support him. Because if you have some attention drawn off him,
they were double-teaming him. Larry Hoover. Larry Hoover's another clown.
Yeah, I know. That's the Raider fan. I heard about him.
You picked up a bust from us at Solomon Thomas, and you gave us Arden Key, who's going to perform way better on the Niners than he ever did on the Marmaladers. So take your trash ass home, buddy.
You're right, Tommy. We traded failures. Let's say, hey, the stage is set for bragging rights. Is Arden Key going to rise above his mediocrity in Oakland, and will he outdo our mediocrity?
If you look up mediocrity in the dictionary, you see a picture of the Raiders uniform. Commitment to mediocrity. Just lose, baby.
I enjoyed that. I pictured Al Davis. Just lose, baby. Yes. Oh, God. See, Tommy, can you imagine? Here we are. We're now not having to be bothered with the Raiders. Finally they left the Bay Area. They're all the way in Vegas. You know what I worry about, Tommy? You know how they like to go back and forth? What if in 2-3 years, the Raiders are rumored to be roaming back to Oakland? No! God, no. Sick of them.
I don't know. They have a really nice stadium. I'll give them that. Their stadium's awesome.
That's high tech.
I'm not a big fan of Levi's. My company used to work there, so they took it over, and the kitchens look like shit.
Yeah, Levi's.
But anyway, Neither here or there.
Yeah, well, we need some shade out there. I feel sorry for people frying like bacon. I remember the Big
I
Show went out
know.
there, and Big Show
I
said he
know.
came back and he was just like, he looked like my color, you know? So I just got Joe,
Oh,
it's hot.
He probably looked like a lobster.
First. Tommy, look, we're having too much fun. We're out of time. It always goes by quickly. We're just going crazy. All right, Tommy, great stuff.
Yeah.
Back in the chat and keep those clowns in line. I'll see you on Friday.
Great.
All right,
Great talking to y'all. See you then.
And our best ad for you, too.
Good night.
I'll be looking for
I
Twitter.
will.
All right. Night, fam.
Right.
And I noticed Tom Woolman, thanks, Tom, says, Ronbo, which week do you predict Lance will start a game? Let's see. The way our schedule's going to go, I need to see week 15 or 16 who we're playing and how much of a lead do we have on the NFC West. That will be the Lance debut. You know, because I figure we're not going to fool around this year. If Jimmy's hot and we're winning, no way in hell he gets pulled. Lance, if we have a 2 or 3 game lead going into the final week, we can't lose that division. Look for Trey Lance to come in then. Sometimes, well, they did the same thing with Patrick Mahomes when Alex Smith was playing. It's Alex's team, and Mahomes came in about, I think, the last week. They'd already clinched the playoffs, and that's what you do. You know what? No matter what anybody thinks, you don't want to fool around with experience in a Super Bowl year unless you have to. And I'm pretty sure Kyle's going to think that way. So, yeah, about that week. At 49ers on the report, Bosa, Kinlaw, Armstead, Ibukum, great DL depth. Thanks, guys. Those contributions, by the way. I know, right? Look at that. Bosa, Kinlaw, Armstead, Ibukum. That's going to be God. And we got so much backup for each one of those guys. Hey, Jay.
What's up, Ronbo?
Jay, man, we're looking for that, as I've said, this entire 49ers team is tough. We got every unit, the secondary, pure vets, they know what they're doing, so we can't call them weak. You got that linebacker group that contains all pro Fred Warner and Dre Greenlaw, who I've already picked as my possible surprise candidate to also make the Pro Bowl, because that boy showed me enough in his first 2 seasons. He's got what it takes. And then you get to that defensive line. Oh, Lord. And offensively, I see no weaknesses. As long as that offensive line's intact, they are going to be tough. And then, of course, the wide receiver room that nobody likes to talk about, because Jalen Hurd, is he going to join us or not? But even if he doesn't, that wide receiver room is tough this year. There's no rookies. There's no weak sisters. There's no third-tier wide receivers. Everybody knows exactly what they're doing. And George Kittle. Special teams. This is the surprise unit we don't know anything about. Are they going to be? Because you're going to win football games. Special teams, offense, defense. Is special teams going to be the surprise unit this year? Or, Jay, who's going to rise above to stand out amongst all these good football players? Which unit?
Man, I'm gonna say the offensive line.
Yeah, that's my choice.
Yeah, I think the offensive line is gonna be dominant, because if we had D4 on the other side, I'd probably say the defensive line, but I think our offensive line is going to be the most dominant. And with that the run zone offense, man, I think they're going to really, and with Alex Mack, adding him to the roster, I think we're going to do really well on the offensive line.
We just got to get Aaron. We got to get Aaron Banks up. You remember how Joe Staley came in and said he was like speaking in tongues at times because he couldn't understand what was going on with that offensive line? Because it's not easy. You got to learn some things. If we can get Aaron Banks up to speed quickly, ooh, that big body rolling down the field. You talk about Mostert going berserk, and Sermon too. And maybe, hey, we don't give enough credit to the guy we got from New York.
Right.
It is not settled yet as to who's going to start in the running back room. So we're going to see.
Right. So I think it's going to be that. I really do, and I think it's going to be in the trenches. We're going to dominate in the trenches.
That's what wins games.
And I think he's going to I think he's going to rely heavily on the run. You know what I'm saying? This year, that's why I believe they get Alex Mack. And I think we're going to just, basically just beat people up and wear them down and take over the score. I think that's how Kyle's going to run it.
They'll be running. There'll be plenty of running, but Kyle's going to be able to run a balanced offense this year because the fact of the matter is,
of course, what I'm saying? He's going to get what the defense give him, you know what I'm saying? So if they're going to put 8 or 9 men in a box, he's going to eat them up in the passing game. So, he's going to do what Kyle do. Make great play calling and put our offense in a.
When Kyle's at his best, it's all about play action. That's when the 49ers, that offense is clicking. Now the defense has no idea what's coming up because everything comes out of play action. Yeah.
Exactly, and I think that's what it's gonna all boil down to. I think it's gonna be the offensive line. I think we're gonna dominate. And I think we're gonna have a good season this year. I think we have to have a great season because now I really like Kyle Shanahan. I really like what he brings to the table, but he has to win. You know what I'm saying? And
he really does.
Everybody knows that.
We cannot have 4 out of 5 seasons and only had 1 season. That's you're right. And nobody's talking about it loudly. You don't hear from the media or anybody else, but really. We cannot have a losing season. We cannot have everybody getting injured.
No, we cannot. And, and unfortunately, he had injuries after injuries. Yeah, that's part of football. You know what I'm saying? You know what they're going to blame it on. They're going to blame it on the head coach.
Yep.
And I really hope we don't do that. I think Kyle is a good head coach. I think, it's just unfortunate we had injuries, you know what I'm saying? So, and we had like the worst injuries, quarterback, Nick Bosa and D Ford. We had like key main components on our team.
GK, Mostert, it just goes on and on. DJ Jones,
exactly.
K'Wan Williams spent time on them. It just one after another. And then we say goodbye. All of a sudden, the secondary gets hit. There goes Kwaski. I said, man, come on, man. What is with this? Every week we got to lose 2 or 3 of the main guys.
I really think Kyle needs to really start doing some sports science on how to keep players healthy and figure out. Because, you got a team that does that, but at the same time, you got to be the main guy that make sure the players can play on Sunday. And so,
But Jay, they got taken out on Sundays. See, remember New York? And I'm talking about the entire time in New York. How many players did we lose? See,
Yeah, we did. You did. But how many players that went to New York and got injured besides us? You know what I'm saying?
There's an excellent point.
New York and played
that's an excellent point. I need to look that up. I really would like to know.
Exactly. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we came out there with injuries, but I don't really think, you know what I'm saying, Cowboys play there 2 times.
All right.
The Cowboys play there.
Hey, Jay.
The Eagles play there. Players
Jay.
ain't. That's what I'm saying.
Jay.
I really just hope.
Jay, question. Where did Dak Prescott get hurt?
I think he got hurt at the Cowboys. I think he got hurt.
He got hurt
Dallas.
at home? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, go ahead.
So, yeah. I just, I really think so. If he needs to really figure that situation out, but everything else, I think he got it handled.
Yeah.
And, and I think, And that's why I say you got to take, whenever you get an opportunity, you got to take it by the horns. You have to. You can't be scared of other teams. That's why you have to, because that would have bought him a little bit more time. I ain't going to say that much, but it would have bought him a little more time if he'd have brought us to a Super Bowl and won it. So.
Well.
Yeah, so.
I just want to see more than one season of winning. That's got to change. 2017 is understandable. 2018,
yes,
very sad and unfortunate. 2019, okay, we finally got it going. 2020, we went back into the 2018 thing. I said, oh my God, here we go again.
Yeah,
sure
exactly.
Enough, yeah, so
exactly. We're losing to the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Not only losing to the Dolphins, we're getting blown out by the Dolphins. And you know what I'm saying? That's when I knew, we in trouble. When I seen that we got blown out by the Dolphins, I was like, this is going to be a long season.
Jay, we got to go, Jay.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to look for you Friday as we see what's going on in Ninerville.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Ronbo. Appreciate what you do, my brother.
All right, fam.
Always a
Appreciate
pleasure.
You know this.
All right.
All right, fam. Have a good night.
You too.
And Coach Tim says, what's up, Ronbo? I think that O-line's going to surprise a lot of folks, and our run game is going to be off the hook. I mean, Mike Shanahan, Alex Gibbs, off the hook style, Gold Niners. And see, that right there, Coach, from being a coach, this is why I know Garoppolo will be top 5 this year within the first 6 weeks. Why? Because now we're popping on all cylinders. Garoppolo's not getting driven into the dirt on every snap. And now the defense is on its heels. People don't understand. Garoppolo has not changed since 2017. The team has. Now he's got receivers that are legit. Look out. Look out. I'm confident saying that because I know the blowback I can get if I'm wrong on this. Guarantee it. Ice!
Oh. Yo, what up, dog?
Ice, man. Good to hear from you again.
You too, man.
We're doing
Happy Fourth and all that stuff.
Yeah. How was your holiday? Was it cooking? Did you have a good time?
It was good. It was good. It was good. Had a good time. Everything was good.
Don't you wish we had like one more? We got Memorial Day. We got 4th of July. These good weather holidays. You know what I'm saying? We need 4 more. The 3-day weekends are a good time.
Definitely, they ain't lying about that one. That's for sure. That is the odd on the truth. It's about time though. What was with the the COVID and all that stuff. Everybody was locked up last summer, so this summer we got a lot more freedom now.
Celebration time has arrived. Well,
yes,
you know what? I'm talking about how tough this team's going to be this year. We don't have a weak unit on this team anymore. So that's why to rise above the rest, if one unit in this team is like better than the other, if you look at the offense and say, shh, and offense is outplaying the defense, but that defense is not having that, right? Defense is going to be, ain't nobody. We're carrying this team, And then, of course, you got the wide receivers.
I'm not concerned
about linebackers.
Excuse me. Definitely. I'm not concerned with the defense at all.
I know.
One thing I'm going to say about the defense, when we lost Bosa, now he's back. And everybody in the whole league knows who he is, what he's about.
Yep.
So now the difference now with the defense now, they added pieces to what he's already had. Okay? And now he's going to get a double team practically every game. So that's going to open up a whole lot of can of worms for the rest of the defensive line. That's a fact. Because you're not going to. There's nobody really on the offensive side of the ball in the league that's going to be able to hold them by themselves. So in fact, they're gonna have to double, and they don't know this. It's like Donaldson. They got to double this guy.
And remember,
with the talent,
they doubled him.
Right,
they doubled him as a rookie. Remember that? And there were
right.
times,
but they didn't double him a whole lot though,
because
because he was still in that learning curve.
Yeah,
he's past that learning curve. They know what he's about. So now you're looking at a whole different animal now with the talent they added along with him. So that just makes the defense even better. To me, thing that I think is going to stand the most, I really truly believe that's going to set it off, is the wide receiver core.
Yep.
I believe that because Garoppolo has no excuses.
Mm-hmm.
If he falls on his face a little bit or whatever the case may be, and Lance happens to step in, he's stepping into something that's pretty much solid. You know, when you got a solid receiving core, you can stick any quarterback back.
And Brady made a living off of that. And that's why when people say, well, Tom Brady, I said, you know what? Tom Brady had Edelman and Gronk. That's all he ever needed. And then every now and then they sprinkle in some other premier wide receivers that be coming in for a trophy. But if he didn't have that wide receiver room, because in 2019 he got pissed off because he didn't have any wide receivers, and he stayed on the sidelines yelling and screaming at him. I said, see that? That's what I'm talking about.
Man.
A good quarterback can do it, make good wide receivers out of anybody. No, that's BS. No, it doesn't work like that.
You know, Ayuk's going to have a monster year. Kittle's going to have a monster year. Sam's going to have a monster year. Hurd's going to do good. Richie James going to do good. I mean, you know, the thing about it is, this is the thing people got to think about. When Garoppolo's behind center and he's got that receiver core, he doesn't really have to move around a lot because you know
because it's just boom, boom, boom.
You know,
one of the quickest releases in the league. All he's got to do is get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball. He's open.
Get rid of
that
the ball.
spot.
That's what they got to do.
The guy's going to be there. Yeah.
The scary thing is this, which the NFL's better be aware of. If Trey Lance, which I think, for some reason, I really think Shanahan wants to start this kid. For some odd reason, I don't know why, but I'm just saying, bro. I think for some odd reason, Niner Empire, I got a funny feeling, I hate to say it, that he wants this kid to play because he can scheme way more play.
It's a little different
than
offense.
He could with Garoppolo.
He can run.
The offense becomes 11 on 11 instead of 11 on 10. Because now you got to watch, man, this kid is the real deal. Now, they was been talking about this on ESPN for quite some time. All the shows is talking about this. They're really believing
he's getting more
this kid's going to get some burn, man.
Than Trevor Lawrence, than the kid over the Jets. Actually, he's getting the biggest conversation around the league right now. So, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the kid's 6'4".
And what is he
going? Is he
230,
I mean,
240?
Yeah, he's about 230, 240. He's a big kid. He's got a gun. And the thing about it is, which I think is why I think Shanahan really is thinking about it, is that his work ethic. This kid is put in overtime right now when he doesn't have to. So when you got a kid that's staying in the film room and putting in that overtime when he doesn't have to, he's hungry.
He's a rookie. He's got to.
He's got to.
You know what he's going to probably look like? I picture him looking like Josh Allen in his first year. It's no matter what, it still takes an adjustment, especially coming from the conference he came from. He's going to have to get used to the NFL speed. Now, right now, you're seeing him do drills. He looks beautiful out there. But under pressure, it's going to be an adjustment.
I agree with what you're saying, dog. But sometimes, man, I hate to say it, man, there's them jewels, dog. There's just some guys who's that jewel, who's just got that it. Jordan had it.
Kaepernick
He's got these guys that just has that it factor. Yeah. I think this kid has that it factor. He just has the it factor. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people believe that.
I just think he has the it factor. But either way, it doesn't matter. The defense and the wide receiver core. And the guy, and I'm in New York, the guy, the Jet guy, come on, man, stop it.
Nobody's talking about him. Okay. I just realized nobody's talking about Zach. And I said, it's funny. I heard a little bit about Trevor Lawrence, and he signed his contract yesterday. But you don't hear anything about him. And I heard a tiny bit about over in Chicago, Justin. But nobody's talking about them. But every time you look up, somebody's saying something about, and at first I thought that was because Jimmy Garoppolo gets no respect in the NFL right now. None.
No, he doesn't.
So therefore,
he can play with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. So now, since everybody is putting, like, Jimmy's done, here comes Trey. Jimmy might not even make it out of camp. game one, I said, they're putting a lot of pressure on that kid. I really wish they would kind of tone it down because you know what, Ice? Here's the thing. If you're Trey, of course, they're going to teach you, the vets are going to tell you, blank that out. Don't pay any attention. You're not under pressure. Just do your thing. Relax. Do your thing. Because now you give him unnecessary stress. Let him work. Get ready. Don't take this as you've got to get it done. No, just
but you know what's crazy? You're right though. This is the crazy thing. He's in the best situation out of all the quarterbacks because he doesn't have to mash on the gas or nothing. Because if you look at what he's got, listen, when you look at what he's got compared to Zach Wilson, what's his name, Trevor Lawrence, all those other guys, the talent that's set around them is not there nowhere near the talent that's set around Lance.
That's a good point.
There's really no pressure for him. I mean, this is real deal now. Now, let's say Garoppolo, or hypothetically, it doesn't happen, but let's say he gets in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to press the issue because he's got so many weapons, so much talent, whereas he doesn't have to force nothing. See, those guys right there, they got to force the plays most of the time because they really don't have too much around them that much.
Carry the team.
Now, Trevor Lawrence got a little something, but not a whole lot. Zach Wilson, they made some good moves and stuff like that, but that's got all that stuff has to play out because they don't know what they already done pulled in through free agency in the draft, so they don't know how those guys are going to work out.
And that's why your top quarterbacks, usually the first-round quarterbacks, that's probably why the biggest percentage of the time they fail because they got to come into teams that are complete disasters. So what to say?
Exactly.
You're right, because Trevor is in a different situation. He's got a good team around him. So we'll see how that works out.
He's got a decent team around him, not a good team. They're decent. Yeah. They can hold a little bit of water. Zach Wilson's going to have to be on his wheels. I don't care what anybody say.
I don't know.
He look at the division he's in.
And he's not.
He could have did with Miami. They could have did with Miami and Buffalo and the Patriots.
Ice, we're out of time. Ice, this that subject can go on for hours, but let's see you Friday. Ice, we haven't seen you in a few weeks. So
yeah, man, I've been busy, man. I've been busy. But I'm gonna get at you now. I'm settled down now, so I can chop it up with you, man. When you back on again?
Friday.
Friday night, what time?
Friday. You know what? I'm gonna try to be in at a decent hour. So out in the East, you guys might have to stay up all night. This has been a bad habit. During the off season, got a little lax, taking off more than I can chew during the course of the day. And before I know it, I'm hustling in, trying to whip together a program. And you know what? I ain't got to be. I got to get through faster than this. So So my apologies. But it'll change. We got 2 or 3 weeks of this madness.
You tell it, man. It's gonna work out, bro. It always do.
All right, fam. Appreciate you, Ice.
All right, fam, man. You too, man. One love.
Night, Ice. There goes the Iceman cometh. Hey. Is it? The 49ers Ultimate Report. Hey, in week 1, the Steelers and Mike Tomlin were complaining about the New York Stadium turf. And a few Steelers got hurt. You know what? I do remember that we weren't the only team that was complaining about that surface. And I remember somewhere during the season, I said, you know what? The league needs to be confronted about that. Don't be putting down no new surface a day before the season starts. And you know what? There should be a machine or an apparatus. After you put that new surface down, run that machinery across that turf. Stupid. I have players out there putting them in risk, go break the field in with humans. God. If my cleats were to stick on that field, I'd be trying to lodge a suit. If I'm Bosa, you know what? I can prove. See that? What's that right there? The surface. This is a fraudulent surface to begin with. I want to be compensated for this. And I mean, it's outrageous, not caring about you. And how about we plant some grass, Jets? Well, we have that kind of climate condition where it's probably not conducive to put down natural surface. What? Okay, so it's better to see players go down in heaps than you plant grass. And if the weather's bothering you that much, then build something across the top of the stadium. Okay, you know what? This is something that's going to bother me forever. Let's not get started in that. Ellis!
Ronbo.
Hey, Ellis. Good on in, man. Oh, and by the way, you know what? I didn't get a chance because as I was just telling Ice, I've been running around like a man with his head cut off today. I haven't got a chance, but I'm going to go check out what you were trying to show me on IG shortly. All right.
Yeah, man. You got a whole lot of mail. You still got to check out on that Trey Lance stuff that I sent you too.
All right, will do.
From way back. Yeah. What's happening though, my brother?
Yeah, well, you know what? We're looking around at this team and trying to see how a unit can actually stand out above the rest to claim the fame as the most important unit on the 49ers team. You know, this 2021 team is really stocked. And who is it? Where are they? They're going to stand out and say, yes, we the boss, we the heart of this team. You know, who's that? Which unit do you like?
Man.
I know, right? Now, the offensive line, I picked the offensive line. The running back room was mentioned. Special teams was mentioned. But go ahead.
Man, that's going to be a tough one. Well, since you already said the offensive line, I'll go.
You can back it up.
Let me go secondary. Go secondary.
And that would be a surprise. It really would. Because their man.
Go secondary,
Yeah, because they got good players in that secondary. But to say that they would be the Kings, that would mean they'd be getting all kind of takeaways and everything this year above board like they weren't before. So, you know, it's going to be interesting to see. I like that, Chaz.
Yeah, just because I don't want to say the same thing as everybody else. And, you know, it's not like we have very many options anyway. You know, because, you know, the groups are, you know, offensive, defensively, and they only break up in so many, you know, numbers.
Wide receivers were mentioned also. That would be special. Since our wide receivers down through the years, we this year we've actually got a strong, real serious, we will knock a defense out, can't nobody stick with us receiving room now. Because you got Ayuk that runs great routes. You got Debo who's just a pounding machine. We don't have a number 3, but you may not need a number 3. That guy from Arizona, they say, is okay. You know,
Nikhil Harry. Yeah, they were saying he was having some mental health issues, and what I was saying is that, you know, the mental health issues could be related to, you know, the lack of maybe getting adjusted to, you know, Belichick, the system, the Patriots. You know, it could be a lot of things discouraging him there, you know, as far as being there, and then the fact that they just brought Nelson Aguilar and, you know, Kendrick in. I mean, you know, that pretty much, you know, takes him all the way out of the equation. So I think that just sent him overboard. But yeah, him playing, he played with Brandon Ayuk in Arizona, so I think that would be a cool acquisition. He's a tall, you know, big guy. I haven't really seen him play or look at him too much, but I know he got picked pretty high in the draft. So I think it could be worth something if we could throw him a 5th round pick or something like that, or, you know, we might be able to do it for something like that. If it's a 6th round, if he just wants to get out of there.
Question: Are you talking
Nikhil
about
Harry?
Nikhil? Yeah. He's pick number 32.
Nikhil Harry.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's not that bad. You know what I mean? And
only
again,
because the Patriots were at 32.
He was one of the good, better receivers. At least that was in the draft, even though he didn't really show or get to prove too much. But that could have easily just been not the system for him. You know, just like a lot of these guys get drafted to the wrong teams, and you know their rookie introductions. You know what I mean?
You know, he got hurt in his first year is one thing though. That didn't help him any, and that may have had impact on his mindset too. It's got to be tough to come in the league and get hurt right away, and then they treat you like, well, you know, maybe you can get a couple of plays here and there. They may have disrespected him after he came back in that second year. So I don't know. Did you hear Dion earlier? Dion wants nothing to do with Nikhil Harry. One thing about Dion, he doesn't like Nikhil Harry.
I would have rather had Frank Darby. Frank Darby that just came out of the draft from Arizona State, who played with Brandon. He would have been really actually a nice pickup. We should have snatched him. I was disappointed. You know, we missed out on a lot of, you know, receiver acquisitions even, Simi Fehoko, I've been seeing that he's looking really good, at least in the for the Cowboys over there. He came from Stanford, over there with Davis Mills, and he's real fast and stuff like that. But anyways, but that's neither here nor there. We don't need him. It's not a necessity. We still have a lot of depth there. For our wide receivers, we got Richie still, and we got Mohamed Sanu, and we still have Austin Watkins and a lot of other guys in there as well. That have it said. So we don't. It's not a necessity. And if Jalen Hurts is back, then there's no point in us having to do that unless some of these guys end up not really performing or being any viable pieces for us.
Yeah.
And we'll probably be looking to try to get another receiver by the, I don't want to do the same thing we had to do a couple of years ago. We rented Emmanuel and then, gave up 2 draft picks and only had him for half a season.
Worst deal.
And he was gone.
Oh man!
But we needed the receiver, so I'm just hoping we don't get put in that kind of a predicament again this year. Let's pray for good health and everybody coming through big for us this year, so we don't even have to go that route.
Yeah, you're right.
And we can add in the actual positions that we need. Say it again.
Yeah, probably no Super Bowl without Sanders, actually. Because remember, he was the guy who came in and started. The offense came alive. It's a hard.
He was a definite spark. You know what I mean? And it was a good move for us in that moment. It was just too bad we didn't get to keep him for another year. But he was looking for money. He wasn't tripping off of staying with us. So it would have actually been good. And if he had not been in that state of mind, then we would have probably been able to get him if he wanted to stay, for a little more reasonable price. But he didn't have to. So it is what it is.
Yeah, and also he didn't look as good with the Saints as he did with the 49ers. He had a few weak games, but not like he did with us.
Yeah, he wanted to play with more of a pass-happy team, and it's supposed to be
and he got it.
It was supposed to be something exciting for him that he was happy for, and you ended up not doing better than you did with us, and you played half a season with us. So, hell,
Hold on, wait, I got to call somebody out here. And Mr. Terrible, I don't tolerate no political talk. Knock it off now. Thank you. All right. Go ahead, Ellis.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Yeah. So
I don't know, man. I want to see Justin Houston. I would like to see Stephon Gilmore and Justin Houston get signed, and I think that'll be like 2 real big pieces for us, to come into the season. I'm not really concerned about any offensive weapons or linemen or anything like that. For me, it's just looking like the defense. We need to get a little more complete, or just add some more depth pieces there for us, so we can be able to have that rotation that we need, fresh guys, and, we can maintain the same intensity throughout the game, and there's no really fall off.
And we got the defense this year. Oh, man, every one of them guys. You know what I'm worried about, Ellis, with that defense? Some of those guys, interior guys, I don't think we can keep all of them. I don't see any of them I don't want to keep, though. We got Hurst, we got Street, you got Jones, you got Javon, you got Givens. It goes on and on. All of them dudes can play. So I says, man.
Yes.
All of them
we
can
get Kevin Givens for a whole season, man. He might be our Kerry Hyder replacement. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's probably not as quick, but if he got the same everything else, it don't even matter, because we got other guys on the field that are going to make up for that, and that'll get that extra step to make up for whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Kevin Givens, I'm glad we can, get him hopefully a whole season, and, just maintain these guys. Because it's always been an issue, you know what I mean? You see how, when Ronnie went out and all of our big depth pieces ended up, getting hurt, Julian Taylor and all these guys over the years. So if we can maintain and keep these guys throughout the whole season together, which we hoping, but if not,
we're going to find out. We're going to go.
Yes,
I'll tell you, I'll be looking for you Friday and see what else is up in the red gold.
Right. Yes, sir, Brother Ronbo. Thank you for the platform, as always. And thank you to the production, man. Shout out to all of the Niners, the great Niners out there, man. Hey, you Raiders and Jets, man. Look, this is what I want you guys to do in the chat. Who's going to have the most wins, the Raiders, the Jets, or the Lions? That's what I want y'all other fans to do. Y'all argue about that shit, because as far as comparison and competing with us, y'all are dead. You heard?
I mean,
Peace and
the
love.
thing is, if they were good teams, I could see. But we're talking about some sorry-ass teams, and the refs over here talking trash. I mean, it's hilarious to watch.
Listen. We need
Larry
some
Hoover.
royalties on that money. Well, look, Ronbo, we need some money on those royalties that the Jets get back from the revenue from having Robert Saleh and our old offensive, our offensive coordinator help. You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell
Because
you.
we're gonna bring up that organization. That's a part of us, man. So we need some money on that. We need some kickback. Anyway, peace and love.
And it'd be right too. All right, fam. Have a great night.
Okay, fam. You too. Peace.
Oh God. Yeah, this is what I like about you'll never see Patriot fan. Every now and then you see a Patriot fan. Let's see. Who else is Chiefs fans? There's only one. Tampa Bay. I never see any Tampa Bay fans. Actually, Tampa Bay they just recently started having fans. But the trashiest, low rent, bottom sucking teams kill me coming in here. Oh, we got that. You guys are welcome though, because we ain't got no respect for you either, so it's okay. Work 'em, Tommy. Work 'em. Coach says, hey, I think we'd have won a Super Bowl without Sanders. The catalyst for the season was Steve Young when he got benched by Seifert. That lit him up, and we didn't look back. Sometimes, Coach, that's true. Destiny has a way of proceeding no matter what. People can spotlight why this, why that, but sometimes the forces are just they're not gonna be denied. So in fact, I keep saying this, and of course I get because Ronbo, you just love Jimmy. Listen, I just said, what if for some reason Marquise Goodwin stayed on the team when Jimmy threw that shot? Goodwin catches up with that shot. Anyway, that's what I've been crying about like I was last year for a speedster. Anyway, we're going to be fine this year. Emilio!
What's happening?
Emilio, we're looking for that special forces unit on the 49ers, that team that they are the ones, the Marines, that hit the beaches first, to stand out for the rest, to be able to kick butt. Which is the leatherneck unit of the 49ers is what we're looking for tonight. Because, Emilio, because all them units are tough. The secondary, how people like to talk about secondary in 2019? 49ers are a stacked team, but the secondary is probably not going to be able to cut the mustard. And the secondary ended up being one of the best in the league that year. So, but that's because the frontline defense was so good. So, I don't know, Emilio. Who do you think is going to be that standout unit this year?
That's actually hard. I mean, there's so much you can really pinpoint here, man. I'm gonna just go with the run team. If they get off going, we can get the offense going, because how Marcus Shanahan's predicated on the run. So if these guys get going, our whole offense opens up. So, and I'm gonna go with the run game. I mean, it's kind of one of the obvious choices, but since our offense is just predicated on that, Shanahan loves to run the ball. No matter who has the ball in their hands, as long as you get the run game going, we can have one hell of an explosive offense.
And we got the offensive line
I'm
to
going
get
to
it
go
done.
with those guys.
Yeah. See, Emilio, that's what one works without the other. One cannot work without the other. That's why if the offensive line is what it appears to be, that run game is going to be dynamic.
Yeah, because you think about it. Well, if you pick the offensive line, if the offensive line works, then the run game's going, or a passing game gets going. So
exactly, it's all connected.
It's kind of hard, like I said. So it's just if you pick one, it's just all of them have to come all together and all at one to make it right. Because like I said, if the quarterback's not working, the line is not blocking. The line's not blocking. The running back's not running. And then you got the receivers in catching the ball. So it all has to work down in tandem, down the one. So, it's always a team sport. So it's just if one position's not working, and then usually the team falls all apart.
Yep, the dominoes fall into Raider mediocrity or Rams patheticness. In here talking trash, ain't whoop nobody, and still talking trash. You gotta love them teams that ain't for shit.
I tell you, they're not the worst ones. I tell you, the Steelers. I've always said this before, and I said on it. The worst fans I've ever talked to, spoken to, is Steelers fans. They're the worst. They're horrible.
I never see them
they're
in here.
I don't see how they were not in here, but I know a couple. Gosh, they talk so much. It's just horrible. We're better than this. We're better than that. I said, you know what? What's the coach's name? The guy that I forget his name. The one for the Steelers. What's his name?
Oh, Thomason.
Is it Thomason? Yeah. He didn't build that team. That was what was it? Crawford, the last guy. The guy that retired. I forget his name.
Chuck Noll.
No, the coach that retired and then he took the team place.
Oh, I'm sorry. Noll's too far back. Oh, yeah. What is that guy's name? Thomason played for
Crawford. Oh yeah, but he's the one that built that team. He was the one that drafted Ben Roethlisberger. He did all that. He just took over the team.
Yeah, the whole attitude was built in his image. Actually, he was a fiery dude, boy. That dude.
He's on TV now, but I always forget his name. I don't know why I forget his name. He's one of the best Steelers coaches. The coaches the Steelers have ever had.
What was that guy's name? The Steelers coach
Crawford,
before Thompson.
I forget his name. Anyways, yeah. I tell him all that. So it wasn't for him. You guys wouldn't have had those 2 Super Bowls, honestly.
I know.
Yeah, you guys want to give praise. You want to give praise to Tommy. That wasn't him. He was giving the team.
They got 6 Super Bowls, and it makes me crazy. And then Tom Brady jumped up and he got him 6, and we still sitting on 5. I don't want to be sitting in bed with the Cowboys. You also got to realize they played 2 shitty teams. They played the Cardinals and they played the Seahawks at the time. So, you did not say that, did you, Emilio? Say it again.
Oh, come on now. They were. You got to realize the Seahawks and Cardinals were shitty at that time, and they just got lucky. The only reason they even got as good as they did is because what's the name? The Seahawks had Sean Alexander, their running back. So passing back was horrible. Yeah, and then what's the name? Because Kurt Warner took them all the way. That's the only reason they even got there.
Thanks, J10. It was Bill Cowher, Emilio. Bill Cowher.
There you go. I couldn't remember. No, there you go. Yeah, that's the best coach Steelers have ever had. Yeah.
Actually. Yeah. Well, Noel was a legend too. But
but I'm just saying. But the one that built that team, with Ben Roethlisberger and all them, he built that team. He just got his Super Bowl and said, "I'm gone."
I know.
And that's, you know.
That was back in the day. Noel could still be quoted saying, "I loved it when he said the Raiders represent a criminal element in football."
I remember that too.
He said, "You damn right. You know what? Step up, boy. When you play the Raiders, bring a baseball bat and put it in your pants somewhere. Cheap shots and everything else." So, but you know what? That's how football was back in that time. So I can't get real mad about it. But I still don't like the Raiders.
I never liked them either, but it is what it is. It's one of those things that's just there. They just got lucky they had John Madden at the time to get their Super Bowl. Other than that, I don't think they would even win a Super Bowl either.
I know.
So thanks to John Madden.
I used to make my uncle laugh so hard because I used to like to imitate the Howard Cosell as a kid. I used to like, hey, Uncle Willie. And one thing that's clear is the Raiders will never win the big one.
But you know what? And all you got to also think of, if it wasn't for Al Davis' dumbass ego, they maybe could have had 5 Super Bowls. If it wasn't for his dumbass ego, him not wanting to let John Gruden run the damn team, they could have had their 5 Super Bowls. They could have won it that one year, and then the following year when they lost in the Super Bowl really bad by the Buccaneers. So, that's pure ego by Al Davis.
Right? Al Davis, just like that clown in Texas.
But no.
Yeah.
You know, the owner thinks he knows best. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes the owner needs to say his ass out the way. You own the team, pay the players, say your ass out the way.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
That's why you need to hire a GM and leave him alone. When he's not doing his job, now you can deal with him. But don't be out there micromanaging and getting in the way. Just stay your ass out of the way. Let him do the team. You hired him to do a job. Don't put the handcuffs on him.
So
Shut
then you
up.
think about
Leave
it
him
now.
alone.
John Gruden's backing, and he's messing up the team now. So they're not winning. They win to lose. It doesn't matter what they do. They're horrible now. I don't know. They're all over the place with them. They don't even know what they want to do. They want to win with Carr. They want to get rid of Carr.
Oh, no. But yet you draft Cleveland Farrell with other people on in the draft that you could have picked up. What do you draft? Cleveland Farrell, he's looking like a bust. I knew when they picked him. I got an argument on Twitter with the guy that said we were going to draft Cleveland Farrell ahead of Nick Bosa. I said, have you lost your mind? No, we're not.
Do you know the one thing I do find funny? You know how we drafted Solomon Thomas, right? They were all talking about, Solomon Thomas is a bust. Now they're picking up, he's a great player. I don't see why you guys let him go. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? He was a bust on our team? I was like, I think you go for a bust. Oh, now because he's a Raven, he's going to be an all-star.
Of course.
That's how that works.
As soon as you put on that black, silver, and black, now you're a badass. No, he ain't.
I said, like this. I said, no, I don't think so. It doesn't work that way.
And they
if
should
it
also
did,
know.
A lot of players be a lot better on different teams.
Yeah, So anyway, we have an issue because we got to make sure that that Raider we picked up, that fail, he better come over and do some good things with us. So otherwise, the Raiders will say, y'all can't talk, because what is that guy's name?
The reason we picked him up, the reason we picked up, we need depth on our team. Not because if he's going to do it, he's not going to start it. So
yeah, he's
different for our situation. Sullivan's going to start on their team. That's a different story.
Yeah. So we're going to find out. And besides that,
no, we just picked up a body. We just picked up a body because we need bodies on our team.
That's right. So
we picked up players from different teams.
Yeah. We're going to go, fam. I'll see you Friday. And, we do. We talk some more 49 football.
All right.
All right, fam. A great night.
The Seahawks and Cardinals got to realize where they're coming from. They're one-hit wonders, and the other team is never will be. So.
I know, right? As long as they got Cliff Kingsbury, we ain't got nothing to worry about. All right, man.
All right.
See you Friday. And and that's what's going to happen, fam. You know what? With the Cardinals, watch what they're going to finally get a coach, and that's when it's going to get rough. I don't know how many more years Hopkins can play at the level he plays at, but Kyler Murray, he's little, but that boy is dangerous, man. Hey, Tony.
Ronbo, how you doing?
Doing fabulous, man. You know, we had every week that goes by. As long as it's closer to preseason. I just want to see preseason get in here and let's go. And it's funny because Tony, are you guys interested in N'Keal Harry? I was laughing because I seen his name pop up. I says, I wanted N'Keal Harry. Tony, I can't tell you. Big Show came over and he came over to Twitter and gave me a link and check this guy out, Ronbo. And I said, okay, checked him out. Damn, look at this. We ain't got a chance in hell to get him. And we didn't. But
I said nope.
Did you?
I said nope.
Did you say right away?
Blog today.
Yeah.
I said nope. And capital letters too, Ronbo. I typed it. Nope. N-O-P-E. I'm like, we good. We good at receiver. We got because we picked up Tajay Sharp, who was with Tennessee. Big, tall receiver who's under Arthur Smith. I'm like, no, we good.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need him. So we don't have time to babysit. We actually, one of your callers, like 3 callers back, was talking about Frank Darby from Arizona State.
Mm-hmm.
We drafted him in the 6th round. We have him.
Ooh. Somebody did like him.
Yeah, one of your callers liked him because he played with Ayuk and Harry at Arizona State. We got him.
Harry was the man when those 3 were together too, which is funny,
Yeah.
And nobody, Ayuk got some love, but not a whole lot. Kyle noticed him, though.
Darby was just coming along, but Darby ball.
Isn't that a Georgia product?
Was it a running back?
Yeah, remember 2 years ago, they picked up a running back in the first round. I said, what the hell, a first round running back?
Rashard Penny, he was with San Diego
Rashard.
State.
What school did he go to?
San Diego State.
Oh, okay, he's not a Georgia back. Yes, I'm wondering. But I can't talk about Georgia products. Look, that dude over in Cleveland is just raising hell. They just got the wrong one of the tandem or the duo.
Yeah, that's true. Tony Michel, he's not a big back, and I know he'll get 900 yards here, 900 there. But last year he was below 900 yards, and I think Belichick is just tired of him.
Hey,
a
third round
I
back.
Mind having him.
You know what? He lost his place to a third round back.
Yeah, I know. So, but I wouldn't mind having him. But we're fine. We going running back by committee with Davis, and we got a couple of undrafted free agents that we're gonna leash on the league. And I'm not saying no more. Mm-hmm. One went to Ball State, and this other kid, from Louisville, Ronbo. I'm telling you. Got back. This dude is quick. He gets through the hole.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, man.
We got one of those. I'm not sure what he's going to be like. That's that kid's name. Anyway, he runs that. He can take out real estate in 4-3. I mean, you know what? Nobody talks about him. Everybody's talking about Trey Sermon on the 49ers roster right now as running back and looking for him to start. Gallman. Nobody's talking about Gallman. Nobody's even talking about Mostert. It's amazing how the new kid, it's just like, Tony, I don't know if he was as bad as I was and wrong and evil in high school, but, the girls were already in school. You really, you gave them all attention. Then all of a sudden there'd be this new girl coming in from another state or city, right? All of a sudden, all attention focuses on that new girl.
Yeah, I remember those days.
This is the thing, I just wonder, and I hope Sermon is what he looks to be, because, man, if we get a bell cow, it doesn't have to be a bell cow, because I like the committee thing, and I think most teams should run their team that way. But get it back.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, this way you don't put too much stress on a running back, because you'll lose him, and that's been proven too many times. Look at Todd Gurley, ruined. But Gurley came out of Georgia with a knee problem, and it just became arthritic on him. How many years into the NFL? Only 3?
No, he's been in the league about 5 years now.
That's still, but arthritis set in on him, and he had a torn ACL when he came into the NFL, right? Or just did that last year?
Yeah.
Thanks, Juan.
Yeah, he kind of set out that year like Willis McGahee. Remember they set out that year, and then came back the second year slowly, then came on like gangbusters.
Yeah. Gurley became, Tony, between you and me, don't tell nobody, but every time they gave Gurley the ball when we played him, it scared me to death. There's certain running backs.
Oh, the power.
Yeah.
The power, the speed, the ability.
Jesus.
He didn't have none of that last year.
Derrick Henry.
And I knew it.
Gurley. Who else around the league? Oh, the Hawks, Carson. He scares me.
Yeah, he's nice too.
Really does. When he gets the ball, people are going to get knocked back. He's going to get a couple extra yards. I'm just hoping we got a guy like that finally in Sermon. I like scary running backs. Quickness is good because we run the stretch offense. But I still like guys that batter and beat. I was starting to enjoy. Wilson Jr. was fun. He's not that
Trey
big.
Sermon was the 9th rated running back coming out of college.
Only 9?
He was rated.
God.
Yeah, they had Travis Etienne from Clemson, which I do not like.
I forgot about him.
For some reason.
I saw him.
Yep,
He's good.
He went to Jacksonville. Najee Harris, which I think is the best.
Oh, what am I talking about? Bay Area boy. Yes.
Yeah, he went to Pittsburgh. Javonte Williams, which I wanted the Falcons to draft him. He went to Denver. Kenneth Gainwell. I don't even know where he went.
These are names I don't recognize. But the first 3 names you mentioned, yes, I know those guys.
Yep. Michael Carter, the other North Carolina back, went to the Jets. He's good.
No Georgia
good.
running back
And
this
then,
year? Because Georgia has one running
no
back
Georgia
every
back.
year. No Georgia back? Oh, they're slipping.
But Ronbo, y'all got a back. Y'all drafted a back that I
did.
really like. Remember, I told you I watch all conferences.
Two.
I watched the Sun Belt, all that. That Elijah Mitchell out of
I was getting ready to say,
Louisiana.
I found his name. Somebody sent me his name. Elijah Mitchell. Quick.
Ronbo, he is very quick. I mean, you ain't going to start him, but he's a good change of pace.
And and if he can catch, I'm gonna put him out there where he can abuse a linebacker. Yes.
He can catch. Yep. I saw a lot of his games at Louisiana Lafayette. He can catch. That dude's got some jets on him, and he can run between the tackles.
I love speed. Now, see, if he got cuts and could step on a dime and give you 9 cents change, that's the dude I'm talking about. Boy, I like that. This is why. And Mostert, for all he does, Mostert's not crazy good with the cuts, but what Mostert is, he's smooth as silk. He won't jump cut or do anything like that, but Mostert, he will glide along and shift and not lose a step. This is a God-gifted. A kid can work on that all day long, every day for years. He will never look like that. Unless your body is built and designed and engineered a certain way, you're not going to be able to make those cuts at that speed. So I said, that is, Mostert leave you groping for air. If he has 5 or 6 inches and you haven't got him yet, he's gone. Especially if you ain't got nobody behind you. Making a solo tackle on him in open field, don't even do it. Embarrass yourself, fall down, act like you slipped or you pulled a muscle. Do anything, but don't embarrass yourself. Let him go.
Yep. And Ronbo, please don't forget to tell your callers. I know they're kind of talking about him as an afterthought with your receiving group.
Who's that?
Muhammad Sanu is a nice number. He was a number 2 with us, but he'll be a nice number 3 with you guys. He gets first down.
I know. And he's a veteran presence. I don't want him cut.
He gets the first downs with attitude. After he gets tackled, he get up. What? You didn't hurt me. And we'll talk to you.
I like that.
He's not a small guy.
No, I know. He antagonizes people, and I like that kind of player with an attitude. And the only reason nobody's talking about him is because we're so busy with the new toys I just got through talking about, So now all the old toys, well, we don't talk about it, but Muhammad Sanu probably makes his team. If he continues at what he was doing in OTAs into the 27th and on, he makes this team.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But the on the Dallas Cowboy front again, Ronbo, they was coming at me today when I was at work. They was coming at me. Why don't you go to find another channel about comments I made last night? Do you have another thing? You a Giant fan? I said, sir, I'm not a Giant fan. Just because I said the Giants are going to win the East doesn't make me a Giant fan. Who's your team? I said Falcons. And you coming at us? Yes, I am. You guys are going to be ass.
Yep. See, Tony, the
Cowboy fans are mentally weak.
Right? That's all I was going to tell you. The Cowboys and their fan base is the easiest fan base not to like. Everybody else falls into place behind them. So, because the Cowboys have had some achievement and they like to talk about it. And that's why between us and them, the conversations can get just violently, just hostile.
Hey, Ronbo, if you want to go, and if you want to take it further, let's go from 2000 to now. Between the Falcons and the Cowboys, who had the most success? It ain't the Cowboys.
I know. When you guys
started, I always bring it up. I said from 2000 to now, let's talk about that. They get really angry.
As soon as you guys have had, and you're right, 2000, as soon as Julio arrived in downtown Atlanta, it was already a problem. And then everything, and Matty Ice is underrated, probably always has been. He's getting what he deserves now. But
it's okay, because when it's all said and done, you're gonna look at the record books. He's already up there. He's just gonna keep climbing. He's gonna pass Eli this year to move into 8th place all time.
That's a wonderful time.
Let him keep disrespectful.
Yeah. Okay. Texas boy says Cowboys 13-4. Texas boy, I tell you what, Tony, We're going to go. I'm going to be back Friday. Looking for you, too. Always love talking to you.
Texas boy back in the chat.
Texas boy. But the thing is, he's invisible now. He's pretty much doesn't like comebacks. He doesn't like interaction. He just wants to say things and don't bother him. He's blocked just about everybody. He hasn't blocked you yet?
Well, on my phone he has. Sometimes I have you on my phone and on my computer. I'm pulling up my computer now because I can see him on my computer but not on my phone. Oh, I'm going to get him.
Texas boy, man up. Don't be a coward. Unblock people. If you want confrontation, then you got to bring ass to get ass.
See, here he is right here. It says Texas boy. It's I'm not sensitive or something.
Yeah. Jay Tan says Texas boy is sensitive, evidently.
Yes, sir. Like a lot of Cowboy fans. Hey, Ronbo, it's been great talking to you. I know we're out of time, but 49ers Empire, please hit the likes. Please hit the likes. Please hit the likes. This is the best man in the business. And I'm a Falcons fan saying that. It's facts.
Thanks, Tony. I really appreciate you. I can't wait to see you Friday. Have a great night.
I'll see you Friday.
Looking forward.
Take care, sir.
Night. There goes Tony. And this is why I say, I've always said, no Cowboys fan is so useless that he can't even be, he can't be used as a bad example. Texas boy is a very bad example of a Cowboy fan because he has no balls. Male cojones. I mean, no, he has no cojones. So, if you're going to come in talking trash, then go ahead and decide. Wait. I'm getting a note from production. Why Friday? Should we come back tomorrow? Listen. You know what? Let me see if I can find something for tomorrow. Fam, I got to tell you, the subject matter is like difficult at this time to find, but this is fun. Actually, if for no other reason, it's fun to come in here and the chat. You guys have become your own entertainment section. Oh, it's Brian Culp. I meant to answer your question. How many tackles will Mitch Wishnowsky make? Hey, and like Coach was saying, our special team should be our special unit. Our special forces. I wish Kyle would expand on what he asked Mitch to do. Mitch has already demonstrated. You remember that tackle he made? Was that last year? Remember that there was a guy making a return against the 49ers. He's just barreling down the field, running through 49ers like paper. All of a sudden, you see him not only come to a stop, he comes to a sudden stop. And from that point on, I said, hell was that? Jesus Christ. That's Wishnowsky. Jeez, it's true what they say about Aussies. He grew up eating alligator meat. That was brutal. And that dude had a full head of steam, and that is not a small man. Wishnowsky stopped him not another step and drove him into the dirt. Kyle, make him gunner one. I don't think they can hurt him. He can still kick. Jesus, that was a beautiful tackle. And rugby league people, they have technique that is far. And I say this, I feel bad about it, but their tackling technique is more superior. It's refined. It's more technically solid, and they take a dude down. They take him down. Now, stop running. They get right in your face. They don't tuck their head. They put a grip on, and they use leverage and drive down. You got to practice that. You can't just do it. It takes time. And they have it. Remember, Jared Hayne? He made a stop. There was like, whoa, that was a tackle. It's. If I had it my way, I'd have an Aussie expert come in. An Aussie coach is probably retired because if he's still playing, he doesn't want to stop. Bring him in. He's going to be my special teams coach, and everybody's going to take lessons from him on how to tackle. I know. Hey, Ronbo, man, we don't need no Aussies to teach us how to play football. I'm just saying. I'm talking about tackling technique. Aussies, rugby league players, they got that down. It's a beautiful thing to watch. Wham, bam. No more guys running and dragging the defender. No. You're going down now. See, that's what comes from not wearing pads. See, you have to be careful out there. If your technique's not solid, you're not going to be playing long. That is, oh, man. Anyway, fam, I'm going to go and pull you guys off of the haters. Boy, they get Raider fans in there getting beat up. Larry Hoover, Mr. Terrible, all you people, man. Where's Joseph Smiley? He doesn't even show up anymore, does he? Beat his ass. Fam, man, thanks for the contribution tonight, fam. You know what? I'm thinking I'm going to try to get back here tomorrow, okay? Yeah, we're going to do that. Kim, you're so welcome. I always miss you. I mean to tell you that every time, too. Thank you, Kim. For the win.